Hello, everyone. As you might be able to see, wait, okay, yeah, great. I thought for a second I was muted, but as you may be able to see, this is a very different setup than you might usually see on this stream. CFT isn't here because they don't believe in set reviews. We definitely didn't want to do like a standard set review for info leaking purposes, and limited set review I'm still a fan of, but CFT wasn't, so instead, I have Julian here. Wow, I even pointed to the right direction. With me to do one of our classic commons and uncommons set reviews. Want to introduce yourself?
Yeah, hi, I'm Julian. I've been doing these set reviews with Jason for many sets now, although we missed the last one. And this one is going to be a little different because we're going to go super fast because we only have 4 hours. And I think that'll be better for everyone involved.
Yeah, so heads up, we are not going to read any cards. Like usually when we do the set review, we will like first start by reading the full text before we start talking. We're just not going to do that. You can read the card. It's very big on the screen. We're also we've also both gone through beforehand and graded all of the cards. Or well, Julian didn't have much time, so he graded most
many
of
of
the
the
cards.
cards.
Yeah. So mostly we're going to be looking at like we'll have like a baseline to like start from, I guess, is what that means. Um, and yeah. Anything else you want to add? Oh, I guess
Nope,
do
let's
you
start
want to
talking about.
explain our grading system or your
Yeah,
grading
yeah, yeah.
system that you forced
Right.
me
I,
upon
I, I
me?
tweak it every time. The score from 1 to 11, where 1 is an Uno card and 11 is a Mythic Uncommon. As always, I am always pessimistic about the cards, and Jason's optimistic, so we go back and forth there. But when we have rated at the same time, we always end up agreeing. I think this time there'll be a lot more disagreement because we didn't get the cheat off each other's homework.
Yeah, because usually we're like saying the numbers at the same time, but this time,
Yeah, but like we also talk about the card a little bit first and like get on the same page before we actually decide what grade to give. This
yeah,
time we're just throwing out numbers. Uh, but that'll be more honest.
or
Also,
something like that.
yeah, I like to think of the grades in terms of both how likely it is to make your deck and how good it will be in your deck, meaning a gold card gets a significant penalty and a colorless card gets a significant bonus relative to a single color card. And
Ooh.
like, what?
Nora asks a good point. Can you give an example of an Uno card? Well, you can see one in the background of this stream.
Yeah. Yeah, that card's not
Razor's
very good.
scoreboard.
Yeah, to be clear, my criteria for an Uno card is not that the optimal player would never play it. It's that the average player would be better by never playing it. Or the average Pro Tour level player would still be better never playing it.
There's very few cards that I give
Yeah.
ones to cards that I could never imagine myself casting. In like I could never imagine like playing that card over, choosing to play that card over a basic land, like even post board, which is very strict. Like I can imagine casting most things.
Okay. Yeah. I don't think I gave very many ones because I had a lot of uncertainty grading these cards. I graded a lot of them before the whole set was out, so I was feeling risk averse and didn't put my neck out on the line for any of them. But I'll adjust my grades as we go, as Jason informs me of.
Okay, great. Let's start. Okay, so I guess we'll alternate. So this set, so structure-wise, in each color there are 14 commons and 14 uncommons. There's like 13 artifact commons and uncommons in some distribution, and there's like five, well, more than five, but like five kinds of like lands that can show up. We'll do those before the colored stuff, and then we're gonna start with all of the gold uncommons. Now each color pair has two gold uncommons. One is a vehicle or mount, and the other is something else. That's the pattern here. So yeah, we're just gonna trade off. I guess we don't need to trade off because we're not reading the cards. Great.
Yeah, we're just
Okay.
We're rolling.
Go, go, go. Oh yeah, I
Right.
saw that Ryan was doing reverse numbers for there and Mora's review. But yeah,
Reverse
so
numbers.
Guidelight Pathmaker. I guess we can still trade off as the person who describes the which grade each of us gave.
Okay.
I gave it an 8. You gave it a 6.
Yeah. I think I was just concerned. So I have this big concern in general about vehicles in the set that they have strong diminishing returns. I feel like I am forced to build my deck as like a creature plus vehicle combo deck, where the combo is I get a creature that's a vehicle.
Okay, so
Uh, and this one, however, is very nice because it gets you something to
yes,
crew it on its own. However, it still costs 6 mana.
yes.
And so I was just hesitant to give anything 6 mana a large grade.
I think my
Like,
grade was slightly optimistic
yeah,
because I, like I'm thinking of like there might be like some nice bombs that you could find with this. I didn't actually check if there were any, but like if you could theoretically find a really like a really premium card with this, then it's like you're getting a 6/5,
yeah,
assuming it gets crewed, and then you're also getting your thing, which is
a
nice.
premium 2 mana card, ideally.
Yeah.
But, if there's a great, if you have a bomb artifact, I guess this is kind of good, even if it's really slow. But yeah, I think it's a good card. Yeah, to me, 8 is like, has to be like basically better than all the commons.
Okay. I'm gonna give
Like
this a
maybe there'll be some
7.
crazy common and it has to be better. Okay.
I'm gonna edit
Uh,
mine down to 7 because I think I was grading on the ceiling, not on like the
yeah.
real
And I've got the gold
realisticness.
penalty for all these cards.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All
Okay.
right,
Next up.
go.
Oh, I thought we were gonna trade off like who is like saying
Yeah,
what our
yeah, I
grades
thought.
were.
Oh, never mind. I forgot who went first. Anyway, whatever. I like drawing 3 cards. I especially
Oh,
like drawing 3 cards for
oh,
4 mana or less.
wait. Okay. Something went wrong. Because now I remember what this was. Oh, which is very funny because I got tricked by seeing out my own wrong grade. I gave the previous one a 5 actually, and I gave this one an 8.
Oh, okay, that checks out.
I
I
think I'm gonna
suppose.
revise that up to a 6.
Okay.
But
All
I
right.
do.
I'm also already revising this one up to a 6. Uh,
Okay,
yeah.
this
So
is the one I actually like at
I
8.
right. So I don't know how strong the affinity scene will be. I hope there's plenty of payoffs. In fact, they dropped a bunch of blue commons that are payoffs, or maybe not commons,
Well, okay.
just today.
So
And
so
if they can get
here's
this to cost 4 mana, it's amazing.
yeah,
If
here's
it
my
costs,
pitch. Right?
yeah,
This is so pretty obviously it's going to be hard to make this cost 4 on turn 4, right?
no, yeah,
Um
but it's not a turn 4 card anyway.
yeah, but yeah, that's my pitch basically. Where like
Yeah,
how draw threes work is you play every card in your hand first, and then you play or draw 3, and then
right.
like I think under that framework, this will often cost 4 or 5. 4 is really really good. 5 is still
Yeah,
pretty good. So like
yes.
either of those, like I would rate like 5 mana base, draw 3, gain 3 as a sorcery at 7. I would
All
just
right.
rate it at 7.
I agree. I think seeing more of the cards, its affinity really is supported more than I would have guessed.
Mhm.
Uh, I mean, obviously that's the blue-white scene, but
Okay.
you never know how much is actually going to be supported.
Are you
Okay,
staying
next
at
card.
6 for this one?
Yeah, no, I went to 7.
Oh, okay.
We're in,
Or well,
oh, I changed the wrong card.
yeah, you changed the wrong card. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Nice.
so the next one, Haunted Hellride. I gave this a 7. You gave it a 6. My pitch for this card is that so there's a lot of cards in the set that say like that untap creatures. Like there's a
Yeah.
lot of creatures with like pseudo vigilance or that like untap a different creature or something like that. And that's
Yeah.
because of, the whole crewing vehicles thing. And this is
Yes.
one of the first instances we see of this. But like think about it, right? Like you can attack with this and in a way that's you can attack with this or something else in a way that's like pretty nicely aggressive, right? Plus 1 plus 0 is nice. Death touch means that it's like really hard for them to block your thing. Um,
Yeah. And you can
and
do that
and
part
then
right
you get
away.
to untap something so you can crew this or crew some other vehicle.
Yeah. And you can do that the turn you play it too.
Mhm.
It's still just a dude that like needs to get crewed.
But
And it's gold. And it's just a 3/3.
okay, so maybe this
But
is
I like the
wrong.
ability. I don't know.
So maybe this is wrong, but like when I look at this, my immediate reaction, like when I look at a card that has like a untap a creature when you attack trigger, which of which
You're
I'm
thinking of it as providing its own body. Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not, because you can't use that untap to get another saddle or attacking vehicle. You can only use it to get another blocker, which is nice, obviously, but not the same level as just like
Well, okay,
body.
so but like okay, so one of the natural parts of vehicles is that you can crew with something that you just played, right? So for example, okay, on turn, so let's say on turn 2 you play a 2-drop. On turn 3 you get to play this, attack with the 2-drop, untap the 2-drop,
Yeah,
and then now
and
you
then
can
block.
block with this
Yeah,
3-drop, right? So it's kind of like you played right it's basically the
you played
same
a
as if
3-mana 3/3
yeah.
that gave +1/+0.
Yeah, and then on turn 4, if you play a creature and then crew this with the creature, then you again untap, you untap your Hellride or your 2-drop, and then similarly, it's like it was a creature, right? So like I think it actually somewhat applies because of the like tapping your 4-drop thing, right?
Okay, but it's not like a crazy creature. It's a 3/3. I don't know.
I
The,
think
the,
that
the death touch is good. I don't know.
I don't know. I
Okay,
just
I
think
gave it a 6. I think it's strong. I think it's not a premium common. That's our disagreement.
okay,
All right,
sure.
moving on.
Moving on, moving
Uh,
on.
next one makes 2 Sopters and then they drain. Oh yeah, so this is like, I think the scene is supposed to be draining for blue black, which enables max speed, I guess is the joke.
Well, I think it's
And
just
the
supposed to
Sopters
be
do that
like
too.
I
But this
think
is
it's
a
just supposed
weird
to be
card.
tempo-y evasive damage,
Yeah.
kind of.
I wasn't sold on the fireball. You clearly were. It's
Okay, okay.
4 versus 9.
Yeah, 4 versus 9 is a big diff. Okay, well, let
Yeah.
me sell you on this. Let me sell you on this.
Okay.
So you know, Zenith Flare. Okay,
That would be great.
let me
This is
sell you a
a
bit.
5-mana sorcery where you have to have things actually in play.
Okay, okay. Well, okay, but okay. So,
Actually, that's a good point, though.
how many artifacts do you think you'll have in play when you cast this?
I was thinking like 2 if I'm lucky.
Oh, two if you're lucky. Okay,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you think like you think you'll have at least one, right? Let's say
yeah,
you have one artifact in play when you cast this.
yeah.
You make two flying bodies and you drain them for 3. Isn't that like really good?
5 mana? They're 1/1s. Not really good.
But they're 2/1/1s, right? Like okay,
Wait. Yeah.
like okay. I don't know. It's like would you
Three,
say that?
three.
Would you say that 2/1/1 flyers is 1 mana more worth 1 more mana than a vampire? Sorry, a 2/3.
Uh, no, I would not pay 4. Why not? Yeah, no, I would not say that.
Well, I wouldn't pay 3 for a 2/3, and I wouldn't
Yeah,
pay
yeah.
4 for
Okay,
two one
it
ones.
is kind of similar.
Right? Basically,
Yeah,
I think that this card, like the general case, is like
yeah.
quite nice, and the like
Vampire Spawn is
really
also notably not a 9. Calm down.
well, yeah. Vampire Spawn
Yeah,
is a 7, but like
yeah.
I don't know. This is really high. This has really high upside. I don't know.
It does. Yeah, and again, there are a lot of artifacts besides just the vehicles. Um, I mean, obviously I'll go up from 5, but again, it's cool. I'm not going higher than 7.
Okay, I'm glad you did not give it a 4.
Yeah.
Okay, next one we both gave a 5. Do we just both agree that this card's like kind of like okay?
Uh,
I guess. Like,
yeah. I mean, it helps you get max speed, I
yeah,
suppose.
I
But
I guess I feel like 4 mana 6/5 crew 3 just isn't like that good, and it's
all
like
right,
hard. You can't like attack with it, and also you can't like attack or block with it, and also use it.
moving on to a card I actually gave a 9. But
I
you
gave it
still managed to
10.
outdo me. Yeah. Um, yeah. So the reason I gave it a 9 because this thing gets your max speed to 2 on turn 2, which is an unreal rate that
Yeah,
I haven't
so
seen any other card do.
we should probably. This
Uh,
is our first speed card. We should explain speed. Um,
okay.
so uh, so speed is kind. So speed. Well, speed is kind of like day and night in that like if there's no if you haven't played a day night card yet, or you haven't played a speed card yet, day night does not exist in the game. But once you play a card that says start your engines, you now have speed. Speed is now a thing you have, and it just like starts naturally at one. So when you once this like is on the battlefield, your speed is one. And then after that, each there's this triggered ability tied to speed that says when your opponent loses life, like increase your speed by one. This only like triggers once on each of your turns, right?
Yeah, and it is
So
the actual trigger, right?
it is an actual trigger. The reminder text,
Yeah.
you can see the word win, which is how you know that. Notably, increasing like setting your speed to one at in the first place is not increasing your speed. Or like it doesn't like count against that limit. So when you play this, it sets your speed to one, and then the trigger when it enters like draining your opponent immediately bumps your speed up to two. Um, so yeah, this immediately goes to speed two. Many things care about like basically everything cares about having speed four. There's some things that care about like what your speed is, but most things just care about having max speed, which is four. Um, and one important thing to note about the play patterns is that it is gated by like turns, right? Like it is.
Yep.
I guess it's maybe theoretical. Can you get to speed two on turn one? I think no, right? I think two on turn two is the fastest.
Not in limited.
Sure, okay. You can
Yeah.
go colorless land, ginger brute, and constructed, yes.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, it's very hard to get it to two on turn two as well.
Yes.
There's a couple one drops that maybe do it, but this one actually guarantees it
Well,
when you play this.
any one drop
Yeah.
plus a two drop that gives you speed,
Yeah.
that starts your engines theoretically.
If you have the nuts, you can win the game. It's okay. But this card is the nuts all on its own.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the speed payoffs are really good, right? Aren't there like there's like a cycle of commons, I think, one in each color. I haven't fact checked that, but I think there's one in each color that say they're creatures that have three exile this from your graveyard to draw a card only at max speed.
Yeah, there is a cycle of that. Okay. Anyway, this is also like what the archetype is apparently doing. Also, the body 2/3 drain one is insane. Not much else to say.
Also, Death Touch and Haste is insane. Like this is great late, right?
Oh yeah, who cares about that?
Notably, one thing about speed that makes it different from some other like saboteur mechanics of like wanting to hit your opponent is that it triggers on your opponent losing life in any way. So you like things like this that ping your opponent count. There are some other things like that.
So you need 3 times of hitting your opponent, just like Corrupted.
Yeah, but unlike Corrupted, you don't need to
hit. I know the rules are different.
Yeah.
You also can only do 1 per turn, unlike Toxic.
Yeah.
But I think the way it'll play is probably pretty similar. Probably going to be a lot of like snowballing when this happens. Mm-hmm. I don't know. But I also think that's pretty hard to do. Like in that set, a lot of the like Corrupted stuff, you sort of had to assume you're not going to have Corrupted until the late game.
Okay, what I would say is that I think the speed creature, like the good speed creatures, are much more efficient than like the corrupted. Like in one, they balanced it a lot so that they're like the toxic.
Yeah, I guess also in that set, you needed there were the corrupted cards and then there were toxic cards, and they usually weren't the same card. These are often the same card.
They're always the same card. Every single speed card
right.
To start your
engines. Sometimes the payoff is more or less real to the card.
Okay, that's right. That's
right. Yeah. Okay, moving on.
Okay. This is a Fable token.
Yes.
On
Wait, there's one that's later that actually is a Fable token though.
Yeah. This one, I don't know. I think this creature, this vehicle's weird. I do like it a lot. I gave it a 6. You gave it a 7. The rare, you rating it higher than me.
Yeah.
I'm just worried that like it's. I feel like it's easy for this to go wrong, kind of.
Wrong?
Like, let's say you're like just like behind, or they have like a instant speed removal spell for this or something like that. I don't know. Like, when I say go wrong, I mean like it is a cost to play a 2-drop that like doesn't like inherently attack or block on turn 2, right? Or like I guess it
Okay.
is inherently a cost to play this on turn 2, and then if you don't have another creature, you have to like pay 3 into this turn 3. I just don't really want to pay 3 into this on turn 3 is the problem, I guess.
Me neither. I just like that I can do it if I have nothing else going on. Then I
Sure.
didn't force 3. I don't know. Also, I like, so we haven't talked about exhaust much. Exhaust is only once per game, but instant speed.
Oh yes. I love a lot of the exhaust cards
Yeah.
because they're instant speed.
It really, you read the mechanic and you assume it must be sorcery only, like Boast or whatever always is or something. Actually,
Yeah.
maybe it's not. I don't remember.
Well, Boast
But
is not
like,
a sorcery, but yeah.
anyway, I don't know why I said that. But all these things feel like they should be sorcery speed with their modern design principles, but this one's not, and I like that.
Yeah, like
So
theoretically,
good.
if let's say you're on the play, you play this turn 2, they play a 2/2 on their turn 2. Turn 3, you could just like pass holding this up, and
They
they,
can't
they can't
attack.
even
Yeah.
attack.
Or you can just attack, trade off, get your treasure. It's okay.
Well, I mean, or you can just activate attack with a 4/3. Like, okay, maybe
That
I'm being
too. Yeah,
toxic
that's
on
also
that
not
play,
bad.
but
Yeah, you get your treasure right away. All right. I'm sticking with my 7.
I'll go up to 7.
All right.
I'm a coward.
Boom Scholar. Uh, yeah, so I guess we're going to be doing these expensive exhaust abilities.
Yeah, so okay, I gave this a 6, you gave it a 5.
Yeah.
My reasoning for giving this like a it's not that big of a difference, but I like this more than you. I think because I think there's a lot of good exhaust abilities.
Oh,
Like
wait. These 2 cards are actually a really nice curve.
uh oh, because you can go like play
You get the
this,
treasure.
crew the vehicle, attack, make a treasure, and then activate the exhaust
Yeah.
ability.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Wait.
I
But
I don't think
yeah,
there are
congrats for drawing your 2 gold commons. I
I
mean,
don't think there are
couldn't be
any. I
me.
can't think of any exhaust abilities that like cost exactly 2. So I don't think this makes anything free. But like,
Yeah. That's
if
supposed
you
to be
get
effective.
this discount once, it's very good, right? If you just use the discount
Oh, wait. This
once,
doesn't discount the exile from your graveyard one.
I agree. But like, there
Yeah.
just are a
What's the point?
bunch. Okay, like for example, there's a green 1/1
Yeah. All
that's
right.
like 1-drop 1/1 that like has 4 mana, make a 3/3, right?
All right.
As
I'm out.
exhaust.
It's a 5. Sorry.
Okay.
This one,
Anyways,
2 mana, 1/1 flying. Ooh. But wait.
it's
Two
okay.
counters? 2 counters when it
Well,
attacks?
so you only get 2 counters with this green white card if you like if you have another mount or vehicle. And that's like
One other
well,
mounted vehicle.
yes, but you also have to saddle this. So like you need a large board state before this matters, right? Because
No,
you
you need one other mount. That's all you need. You play a mount on turn 3, boom, 2 counters.
okay, sure. I just okay, I didn't think there were that many mounts.
There might not be, yeah. I don't know.
But like certainly the dream curve is this into a mount. But like if you're talking about a vehicle, you kind of need like this, a creature
And a
to
creature.
mount just to saddle this, and a creature to crew the vehicle and the vehicle, which is a lot of stuff.
You don't have to crew the vehicle, but it helps.
You kind of do. Like I don't know. I think that this card is. I think that this card can certainly snowball out of control. I'm gonna give this a 5 actually.
Okay,
I don't like
previously you had 8 and I had 6, and I was the one talking you up on
what?
it.
Wait, what? You're
Oh, sorry.
you're looking at the
Looking at the wrong
wrong.
card again.
Yeah.
Looking at the wrong card. All right, I am down to 6. It's
Okay.
fine.
I had 6 and you had
Yeah.
7. I just
All
think
right,
that
this
the
next one
mana cost
is
and the
actually 6 versus
awkwardness
8.
is awkward.
All
Anyways,
right, 3 mana, 3/4. Untap every creature. Pay for Anthem.
so some wilderness reclamation.
No,
Not actually.
no. So you really
um,
like the untapping, which is fair. Again, this is like for blocking purposes. The
I just
blocking is
think
important.
okay. Hear me out for why this is an 8. it just has so many words. A 3 mana 3/4 is like a word, and then like
Right,
untapping
7.
everything is like
Comes
another
in.
word, and then like pumping your things is like another word, and it's pumping at
Yeah,
instant speed too. It's so
right.
good.
On the other hand, it's just a creature that like hangs out, doesn't accrue advantage.
Wait, are you? I think. Wait, the ability definitely accrues advantage. Do you know how annoying that ability is in combat?
Yeah. Well, okay. I don't know what I meant. Like, doesn't accrue resources. It accrues damage to your opponent and also psychic damage or something. They can't kill it, but if they can kill it, you don't get anything. It doesn't.
Yeah, but like I don't
You know,
know.
it's just characteristics of cards that make them extremely powerful. It doesn't
Not
have those.
everything
That's
is
all.
about literal cardboard. I think that this is
Yeah.
like
I-
the most efficient creature, not like the most
no
efficient
way.
creature at like being a, like uh, without like dipping into like card advantage is what I'm saying. And like I would give that.
I don't agree with that. It doesn't like it can have lifelink or something. Then
It has vigilance. It gives everything
yeah.
vigilance. You know how good giving everything vigilance is? It's so good. It's even better than that because like you get to untap your things that are occurring your vehicles.
Everything already has vigilance. Anyway,
No, not everything has
all
vigilance.
right. Dune Drifter.
Um,
So you can pay 3 to get a 1/1 along with it, or 4 to get a 2/2,
well,
or
to drop.
sorry, 8
Yeah,
2 drop. Yeah,
it
that's
has
what I
to
meant. Yeah.
trade it off. We both gave this a
Uh,
7. It's like decent value. It's it's like kind of like a Gravedigger. Like it's pretty
I'm I'm happy to pay 5 for this. If I'm getting a free drop. That's pretty
yeah,
good, I think.
like you can kind of think of
It's
this
so
as like a
flexible.
2 mana Gravedigger sometimes,
Wait, you
right?
can also play it for 2 if you like are in the mood.
Yeah, I mean you could. I don't want to.
Yeah, me neither. Okay.
Return your Lotus Petal.
All right. We've got Ascendant 1/2. Start your engines with a 2/2. Oh yeah, because I think every deck is this like creature plus vehicle synergy deck. 2 creatures in one card is
Oh
like
yes.
crazy.
And yet
Because
you
like
didn't give this a 9. I gave this a 9 and you gave it a 7.
yeah, I just like am scared of big numbers, Uh,
Do any instance or sorcery have start your engines? I don't think so. I think they're all permanents that
but
have
that
start your
doesn't even
engines.
make sense. Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, it
It,
could.
it, it is fine.
Um, but yeah, like I don't know. This card just is efficient. It's nice.
Nice means like 5, right?
Uh,
Nice is our word for 5.
it's
9 is 9 has to be an amazing card
it's
to be
80%.
amazed.
It's
You have to be like, why did they
180%
print this?
nice.
This is amazing.
It's 180% nice. Um, anyways,
Yeah.
not quite. Next up is not quite Looter Scooter. Uh, I don't know. I think I could see maybe this card being better than a 6 in like the blue red deck. Would may if you care enough about discarding cards, but I didn't really see like that many payoffs that seems like that important. it, it kind of is just a vehicle with no upside, or well, like not no. What I mean is like it
Yeah.
kind of has the vehicle problem, right?
Yes. Okay.
Like
Cool. Broadside Barrage. Just similar, very similar to the previous card, except very good rate.
I don't see how this is similar to the previous card. I guess they both cost
It's
one blue red
same
and same
mana
resources.
cost, same bonus effect, but the rest of the text is much stronger. So there you
That's
go.
fair.
Yeah.
This card's a banger. I gave it a
Yeah.
9, you gave it an 8. Let's move on.
Yeah.
Uh, big Chupacabra effect, or Flame Cannon Kabu effect. The joke is you reanimate this, I guess, because it has cycling. Um,
Wait, you can oh, there are actually a few ways.
yeah, like there's a white card for 4 mana that reanimates it and makes it permanently a creature, which is pretty nice.
Yeah. All right,
Um,
that makes sense. Play it more.
but at the at the
Wait, so
same
hold on.
time, I don't like that it costs black, black, green, green.
Surely this card is better than the blue-white one, which is also 6 mana, didn't have cycling. Sure, it wasn't double pipped, but like Isn't it just better in every other way?
Well, no. Like, so, well, okay.
6/5 vigilance.
Sorry. Okay. Yes, because you said all the ways in which it wasn't better, but those ways matter a lot.
It has menace and reach. It's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, I mean, the
And
other one
the
has
cycling is the
vigilance.
biggest one for me. Yeah, I know it has vigilance. And to be honest, I actually didn't mention one of the downside. The other one has crew 2 instead of 3.
Yes,
So there you go.
2 versus 3 is actually pretty big, I think.
Yeah, but come on. I want to destroy something costing 4 or less. I don't want to put a random 2 drop on the
Okay,
board.
okay. Let me
Those are
put it.
my
Let me put it this way, right?
yeah.
When you play this card and kill your opponent's thing, it's much less likely that you're able to crew this, so you get to use less of the card. Whereas like when you play the other one, you like pretty much guarantee that you crew it, so like you are like it's easy for you to use all of the card, right?
Yeah, but you can't tell me that it's a better effect.
Vehicles are
Like
better in bigger
destroying.
games than smaller games, and this makes a smaller game
Yeah,
the
but
other
it
one
doesn't
makes it really
matter, Jason. The effect is so much better. It's destroying something costs up to 4, so put it in it costs 2.
but it costs
Like,
two black, black, green, green.
but it has cycling.
But it
You
costs
just cycle
black
it.
mana. You know
You
how much
just
I hate.
cycle it.
You know how
Okay,
much
no,
I
you
hate
can't.
black
No, you're
mana.
not allowed to. That was in the assumptions. Is colors are balanced. You can't be biased.
I
Not
didn't.
yet.
When I gave my grade of 6, I did not take that into account.
I know you're just back justifying it with bad reasons.
Anyways, let's move on.
Wait, to be clear, we both gave it a 6, but I'm up to 7 now because
Okay,
comparing to that
okay.
blue white card is too much.
Speaking of reanimating it, this lets you reanimate it on turn 4, I guess. Theoretically.
Oh yeah.
Get some surveil action and then reanimate something. I don't like that this is you're paying 6 mana total to reanimate something and like
Yeah, but it's like search for Azcanta. I like my surveillance.
I don't.
You have to wait in the meantime. You have some card selection going.
Okay, well, let's say that you had a card that was 2 black green sorcery reanimate a creature or vehicle. Like what would you rate that?
5. It's actually pretty cheap, right?
You said 5.
Yeah. Am I
Okay.
wrong?
Well, do you like actively want to play like would you play like a 2 mana artifact that like cantripped and then like gave you a surveil on every turn?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That sounds
Okay.
great.
Okay,
It's
maybe you're
like
talking me up a
prophetic
bit.
prism, except actually good or something. Yeah.
Uh, I don't know.
Yeah. The problem with this is when you sacrifice it, you stop getting your surveils. Oh no, no more surveils. But it enables stuff. It's pretty good. I gave it a 4 though, so I didn't think it was that good.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with my 3, though I could see myself being wrong on this.
All right. We've got another vehicle.
Uh,
Distribute 2 counters, among other things.
Classic 4 mana 2/3 distribute 2
Yeah,
create
except this one
counters.
is stuck in your vehicle zone, not your creature zone.
Yeah, but it does have
But what the
flying to
heck?
compensate.
That doesn't compensate enough for me. That's work. I would rather 2/3 lifelink or whatever the card was than 2/3 flying crew one
Okay,
for sure.
you've talked me down to 6, and
Yeah,
you're still at 5.
yeah.
Okay, I just think that this effect is like just a pretty good effect generally.
It is a pretty good effect. But I don't know. I always when I play these, it's like yes, this card's good. I'm happy it's in my deck. But then I draw it, and it's like, man, I have to work to actually have 2 figures in play. It's annoying. I don't know.
Uh,
Okay, this one sounds pretty good to
if
me.
I had a nickel for every vehicle-based set that had a red, white 3/1 uncommon with ETB Scry 2 that cared about vehicles in some way, I'd have 2 nickels. Fun fact.
That one was like a long time ago, right?
Yeah, that was before I was
Yeah,
playing Magic, to be clear.
yeah. Okay.
Shout outs to veteran motorist.
Yeah, right. But this one is like doing a lot.
Yeah, I mean, if you curve this
I like those
into
tokens.
if you curve this into a vehicle, it's really good, right?
Yeah,
2 mana 3/1 Scry 2 that like makes another pilot.
right. I like 3/1 set. never go blank or
Oh,
something.
maybe you're convincing me. I kind of gave this a 7 for gold tax, but maybe you're convincing
This
me.
was the one you gold tax? All right.
Well, it's a 2-drop. I also, wait, to be clear, I also gold taxed the red-green vehicle. Um,
Sure. I
ah,
taxed I graded lower, you taxed the ones you graded lower.
okay, fine. I'll bump this up to 8. Ooh, the next one is spicy. I graded this a 9 and you graded a 5.
Yeah, you think you're going to be activating an exhaust ability every turn?
Well, okay. How many exhaust abilities do you need to
Two.
activate for this to be good?
Two.
One. A 3 and a
Uh,
3/5 vigilance and plus a 1/1 flyer is really good.
okay.
Even
One of it's like happening, in a prompt manner.
okay, so well, I
Yeah.
mean, like it's just not that hard to crew this like the turn you play it with some other stuff, right? But okay,
Yeah. If you need
basically,
to.
like the way I'm looking at this is like it's like a 3/5 vigilance that dies into some number of thopters, you know? Like, okay, if it just said
But it's
ETB
not okay.
Megathopter, it would be kind of like a 3/5 vigilance that died into a thopter.
Uh, Begrudgingly, I have to agree with that. Yeah.
And that would be pretty good.
Although it's interesting because they can just kill the Sopter, then you might have a stranded vehicle. That's my big fear for this set. Is I'm just going to have my vehicles and no creatures, and I'll lose. They're just going to kill my creatures and leave all my vehicles, and I'll lose.
Well,
That's what I'm
yeah, but
scared of.
like this will just keep giving you them. If you're
Well,
worried
you
about,
have to have things to exhaust. What are the exhaust abilities? Creatures, right?
well, yeah, but it's not that hard to exhaust. Like, there's plenty of
It's pretty
like
hard.
you can like play plenty of creatures that have like cheap enough exhaust that like like
They're
on
also
turn 5 you can
expensive.
probably play a creature
Actually,
with
that's not true. Some of them are cheap. There's a green 1 mana 1/1.
yeah.
That's a really nice
There's also
card.
an uncommon green
Yeah.
3-drop that exhausts for 2. Like it's just pretty easy to like just turn 5
Yeah, I mean, I'll
play
go
something
higher.
that exhausts, right?
I'll go to 7.
Okay. Next one.
Um,
Speaking of nice exhaust
oh,
abilities,
this one I like though. Yeah. Blind Death Touch.
we both gave
I'm
this.
already sold. And then it's like, wait, what? I get 2 lands and a counter?
Yeah, the
That's
counter
just
is
infinite
like
value.
the counter is not that like
The counter is
consequential.
really important. That's what I like about it.
Well, okay, it already has death touch mostly, is what I mean.
And I'm attacking for 2.
Okay, but okay, so this
Yeah.
one of the best parts of this card, which I do want to mention, is that it's instant speed. So if you have like two different exhaust abilities, one of which like affects the board, and then one of which is this. If you really need to affect the board, you use the other one, and if you don't, you activate this, and then you have so much more mana.
But Jason, this one affects the board. You get a +1/+1 counter.
Sure,
Okay.
let's go with that.
Card's
Okay,
great. We both gave it an 8. Moving
yeah.
on. All right, that was acceptably fast. Maybe. I don't know.
Uh, it's been like 30
Actually,
minutes.
probably not. So,
Wait, no.
but
Okay,
those were important cards.
that
Those were
that
important cards. Let
that
me
was like
explain the
one
mechanics.
seventh of the stuff, and that was like 30 minutes. We're on track. Okay, great. Um, let's keep going.
All
Dual
right, let's do 10
links.
cards at once.
Okay, very efficient. I gave this a
Yeah.
5. You gave it a 4. We don't need to talk about it. These appear all the
What?
time.
No, this is very important to talk about.
Okay, fine.
So these occur in half of packs.
Okay, sure.
That's like 1.5 per player, but if you're the one who wants them, you can probably get 3 or something. I don't know. I mean, I think they're a very high priority if you're in that color pair, but they're like not really playable if you're not using both types of mana. So I think they're like get a big penalty for being gold in that sense.
Nicole, I don't know
Yeah.
where you got the 40% number, but 50%. The 50% number comes
No,
from Mike
wrong. It's
Preventer.
50. Yeah.
Like that's where I saw it at least, and I trust Mike.
I not only trusted Mike, I fact checked him anyway, and he was correct. So
Okay.
there you go. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay, next one. There's a couple of these like colorless. There's one at each rarity, common, uncommon, and rare. Or I guess maybe not mythic. I don't know. It's like a colorless
yes.
land with start your engines and like some ability once you're at max speed. I think they're all a bit questionable. The main
Yeah, very questionable.
the main thing that they're good for is if you really want to start your engines early and you don't have other things. I think there's going to be a
Like
lot of things that I'm going to point at in that way, where like there's a bunch of like random cards that are like pretty bad, but they do at least start your engines, and you can play them on like turn 2 or something. Um, So yeah, I don't know. Like you could go turn one
Yeah,
drop, turn 2 play this, attack with it.
right. But I've never had a 1-drop in my life, so more like turn 3 to make my 2-drop get in, maybe.
Yeah, colorless
I
lands
don't know. And
are
I'm just not a. I don't like the max speed. I'm never gonna have
colorless
it.
lands
I'm
are a
just
big
gonna hope my
cost.
opponents don't either.
This one doesn't do that much. Let's move on.
Yeah, maybe 3 was generous. All right, this one we only gave it a 6, but I want to emphasize how good this card is. First of all, the Evolving Wilds or the
I'm gonna give
non-sacrifice
this a
version
7.
is even better than the Evolving Wilds. Usually, I think these cards are underrated.
Yep.
Even though everyone knows they're really good and go every deck, they're still underrated.
And this one
You
has
should just
cycling.
you should just take these pack one, pick one. They're that good. And this one has cycling, which is just I don't even have to talk about how insane cycling.
I don't know why I didn't give this a 7 on my first pass through. I'm giving
Yeah.
this a 7.
All right. Thank you for permission to give it a 7.
Let's go. Let's cover 5 more cards all at once. There's one of these for each color. They do exactly the same thing. They enter tapped unless you control mount or vehicle, and they have the create a pilot ability. This is okay.
Yeah.
They're I think they're going to be more tapped than you might realize because you need to cast the vehicle first.
Right? All right. So you have 4 vehicles or mounts in your deck. Do you put this one in your deck? It's one of your main colors.
I mean, if I'm low, if I don't have that many other tap lands and want to extract value from my mana base,
And those are tap lands. You're running 9/7, 9/9/8. I mean.
Yeah, sure. I don't know. Making a pilot is nice sometimes. It
Yeah, I think I played it with 4, but probably not with 3. That's my baseline.
Well,
then I just throw all the tournaments in my deck.
I think you could just play this as a pure tap lane. It's fine.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Even if it was only 3, you're okay, it'll be tapped. But yeah. It's hard to imagine how this screws you. It's you have to draw it, not on turn. If it's your opener, you just play it. If you draw it later, okay, probably you have a vehicle in play.
It's the classic. It's the classic tap land thing. It's probably worse than the spheres from 1 that drew a card. I would say. I think a 1/1 is worse than a card.
Although I guess this is how they're solving the issue of not running out of stuff to brew.
Okay, certainly if you have a lot of vehicles, this is better than drawing a card often.
Okay, we agreed with a 5, so that's good. Next colorless one. This one gives haste instead of looting. I'm still off it.
I'm higher on this because haste might be really nice. Okay, I should still only give it a 4, actually, not a 5. But I'm higher on this because haste is nice in speed decks, right?
Yeah, I do think it's better than the other one.
The previous one,
but you already have speed. Why haven't you won the game already? Come on. Just if your opponent hasn't conceded yet, that's your problem.
I don't know. I think there are definitely ways to have speed with it. I don't know. I think that this might be a really nice
I know.
Last push across the finish line, so to speak.
Yeah, it is. I definitely think it's a real amount better than the other one, but not real enough to increase the rate.
Okay.
Scrap Compactor deals 3 damage to a creature.
Classic. It's colorless artifact removal spell. It's a 3 as always, probably.
I mean, this is the best one we've had, right?
Yeah, it's definitely. Yeah. Usually we only get one of those 2 abilities.
Yeah, right. And the first one's better, first ability. But
yeah. The problem with having modality is that both of them kind of do the same thing. Not exactly, but it doesn't add that much more modality to your thing.
Yeah,
it's still going to be an inefficient removal spell no matter how you slice it. So
yes.
Yeah. Anyways, this one we have a disagreement on. You were high on this one.
Oh yeah, I am. I like the treasure token.
Okay. Do you know how awkward this text is? Do you want to play a 2-drop on turn 3?
Yes, I would love to. And then I will play another 2-drop.
Well, why didn't you play one of those 2-drops on turn 2 then?
I have 3 2-drops. I don't know what to tell you.
I thought you never drew 2-drops.
No, I never drew 1-drops.
Oh, okay.
I fill mine up with 2-drops. Yeah.
Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think
Okay,
this card is just really awkward. Like,
it's mana fixing, Jason.
no, it really isn't. You can't like you just
Total
can't build
defense against
this.
screw.
Like
Even if you're on the play, it's also colorless, and you can side it in only on the draw. Card's nice.
no. Um. Anyways, I'm sticking with my 3. Uh.
All right, you're already on the 4. It's not nice. It's only D's.
Okay. This one though, this one I think is still a 3, but it's a card I could more imagine putting in my deck because I
Never
might
mind.
want to start my
I'm making it
engines.
a 2. It's just bad.
Okay.
Okay.
I just want to start my engines sometimes. Okay.
See, I don't really get that. I feel like starting your engines is only good if you're going to actually be getting in with damage. Like, I don't know. I'm not imagining the problem being, oh no, I drew my max speed card, but I haven't even started my engines yet. I thought the problem would likely be, oh no, I drew my max speed card, but I'm losing the game and didn't attack my opponent 3 times.
Yeah, that's
That's
fair.
hard
That's
to
fair.
do. Yeah.
Well, okay, like I'm just imagining that I think there are some max speed cards that cost enough that you don't want them to be your first start your engines card. And if you have enough of those
Yeah.
and
That's true.
can't get other things, you might play like some of the colorless land or this. But also, it's a 2-drop. It's hard for me to rate a 2-drop lower than 3, basically. Um,
Okay. Well, I managed to do it.
Fair.
This one I'm confused about.
Okay, let me anti-sell you on this.
Yeah.
Is the word for that buying you on this? Am I buying you? That's the
I don't
opposite
like
of
that.
Okay, anyways. So why I don't think this card is good. So 2-mana draw card, kind of a prophetic prism effect. There aren't very many things in this set that like care about just like game objects in play. I don't think there's like one like
Affinity.
okay, there's affinity and there's a like black bone splinters. But I don't think you want to be playing this to enable. I think there are better ways to.
Yeah, that's not the main news. The main news is to saddle your thing that has saddle 5.
Okay, so
Yeah.
here's my other thing, right? I think one of the thing about these activated abilities, or okay, the thing about the vehicle part of this, is that like the biggest downside to the biggest downside to your vehicles not being creatures is the turn that you play them. The turn that you play them, it hurts the most that they're not creatures. Because the next turn you can probably play something that can crew it anyways, right? And like maybe it's nice to be able to crew it in this way, but like the problem with this card is that it does not help you the turn you play your vehicle unless you're
For blocking. Yeah.
well I mean like what I mean is like the 2 mana is a lot to spend, right? Like obviously on turn
Yeah,
5
I know
you
you're
play
not going to do that. I agree. It doesn't let you block. Totally.
yeah.
Well, but then the part that I'm like maybe about is my big fear that I'm just going to have 3 vehicles and no creatures. My opponent focus on killing all my creatures.
Okay, would you rather play this or would you rather play another creature?
Well, my other creature probably won't draw a card, so it's kind of nice. And this is resilient and I don't know.
I think it's
I can do I can handle the big crew cost. Look, I gave this a 3. I'm probably gonna agree with you this too. But I just want to say kind of doing a unique effect that you do want is just doing it too badly.
Yeah, I only didn't give this a 1 because I could imagine this being a unique enough effect that I eventually put it in some deck. But I think that this card is that this does not solve the vehicle issue. Do not use this just to make generic vehicles more crude.
Yeah, only the crazy ones. And I was thinking about the mounts, honestly. Because there's this deck that's you're supposed to have lots of mounts and vehicles, which is just doubling down on the problem, which really sad.
Well, your mounts can crew your vehicles.
3 mana 2/1.
Mounts are definitely different than vehicles, but yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm reading the next one. We agreed with a 4.
Yeah.
The short and artifact is pretty good, but it's only this sort of 3.
Yeah, it's kind of an inefficient removal spell, but at least it's a body in the meantime. So you can
Yeah, well, it's not a removal spell that takes 2 turns.
Yeah, sure, but
I think it's a bad body that at least won't go dead. I might upgrade to a removal spell.
The thing about the body is somewhat worthwhile in that it crews. Unfortunately, you can't both crew and then kill something.
And then use the vigilance or the tap in. So no, not very good at crewing.
Well, I mean, what I mean is like if you play it on turn 3, maybe you could crew your 2-drop, and then turn 4 you can kill something. Maybe. That's what I mean. Like,
But you
but
spent 5 mana. I don't know. I think mediocre is maybe appropriate.
yeah, I'm gonna hold out hope for this one, but I don't know.
Okay. All
Actually,
right.
no. I thinking about like I'm not
Yeah.
sure that killing a vehicle.
Like 4 means decent. It has to be
Yeah. Okay.
decent.
Okay.
You know, like this is mediocre. It's not saying it's terrible. It's just mediocre. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I
Um.
thought this was a 2. You thought it was a 3. I don't want to put a 3-mana 2/2 in my deck ever.
Well, the other one was a 3 mana 2/1. So I don't know what you're talking about. It's like draws you a Windrake or something. No.
Does it? This really doesn't. It's like 3-mana
It
2/2,
doesn't.
6-mana 3/3, and a 1/1.
Exhaustibility.
It's like not very good.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can call it bad. That's fine.
I guess maybe you could play it in a deck with a lot of exhaust energy, but I can't imagine other than that.
All right, next one is a standard mana list that Jason overrates.
Wait, 3 is not over. It's very hard for 3 to be an overrated.
Well,
No.
it was relative to me.
Okay, fine. I'll go down to 2. I do
Okay.
dislike this card.
Yeah,
Like
no, I'm proud of you, Jason. You didn't overrate it as much as I might have predicted.
no. This card is obviously really bad because the
Yeah.
thing about the thing you want your mana list to do is you want it to like you want it in your like long game decks. That's not really a thing you want to do with max speed. You
Right.
also
Max speed is weird though. It's like in all the colors, and like even your slow decks might end up doing it. I don't
well
know.
yeah, but like it's just gonna be
Weird.
really hard for you to get max speed.
It's not worth anything. It's really bad upside.
I think what you should do is you should look at this card exactly like you would like ignore the max speed text. Because in your decks that realistically like get max speed often enough for it to matter, you would never play a manolith in a million years. And in the
Yes.
and in the decks that you would want to play a manolith, you're never getting max speed enough for it to matter.
Okay, so we agreed with 2. All right,
Okay,
just
great.
bad. This next one has plenty of upside though. I'm gonna say
And
it gives you a life and an exile, and then it gives you another life and another
while
exile.
you talk
And
this
if you
up,
don't want that, it's okay. You cycle it.
while you talk this up, I'm gonna go get some water. I gave it the
All
3.
right, that gives me a lot of time to talk about the wreck remover. However, unfortunately, I already said the entire text of the card, which is what the upside is. But yeah, I think there's enough stuff happening in the graveyard. There's those things that exile. There's the several reanimation cards. Couple green cards that pull things back. I think
No.
exile is pretty relevant, and I think the life gain adds up.
Okay.
But mainly, I'm in it for the cycling, to be clear, and the colorlessness, and the fact that it's just a dude I can put in my deck, and if I don't need it, I cycle it. You know,
One
like,
worry
I want.
one worry I have with like incidental life gain like this is that like if you're if you're like losing in a way that incidental life gain helps, your opponent probably got to max speed, and so it might not help as much as you would like. Um, I don't. Yeah, that's just a like heuristic off the top of my
I,
head. That might be wrong, but
I'm not thinking about that.
um,
Um,
okay. This one.
it added up to decent for me.
Sorry, what?
The wreck remover added up to decent.
Okay, it added up to mediocres for me. Just like this one. It's just a like sometimes you'll like it's like it's not blank. You know, sometimes you'll want to
Right.
cast a 5-mana 4/4 and you can cycle it otherwise. It's hard to give a card with cycling 2 like that low of a grade, but mediocre.
Yeah, this one's worse than the other one for sure. That's why I said it's mediocre. Cycling 2 is what I'm going to be doing with this one if I put it in my deck for sure. I don't know.
I am so excited for the next one, by the way.
Okay, yeah, I didn't realize that you can. Like, for some reason, I read the card as only thing about exhaust, but it also cycles.
Yes.
So that's big for me.
Yes.
Wait, hold on.
This
Hold
is
on. Our
like
numbers are very different. I knew I was going to be low, but I didn't realize.
so I originally
Yeah.
put a 6 for this, and then I went through the rest of the set because like this was one of the I went in order grading, so I put a 6 for this. I was like, oh nice, the body's like okay, and it like it's a nice body for a mana dork to have, and it like both. It solves the mana dork problem by like giving you a mana helping with your mana sink as well. But then I like went down and I was like every single card here has an activated ability in this set. And so, like, I don't know. I've played with Enigma Jewel in Standard. I would like to play my Soul Ring. Thank you. um,
Okay, well, after going through that, I'm feeling the same way. However, that made me increase it to a 6, not from a 6.
okay. It took a lot of restraint not to give this a 9.
All right, well, that's cool. I mean, it's a nice card to be high on because I don't think people are going to take it that highly, and it's colorless, so you should get to play it every draft. Pretty nice.
Anyways,
Yeah.
wow. I feel like I've been doing a much better job this time of like sometimes being above and sometimes being below you, as
We'll
opposed to
see how
just
that
constantly
continues.
being above. But I don't like this card.
Wait. So, okay, I did at first think it put the land in play. It's unfortunate.
If it put the land in play, it would be good, I think.
Yeah.
But this
Then I
is
was like,
not.
man, it's an 8/7.
This is
Wow, but no
this is
ability, crew 5. Damn.
this is not
Damn, it stinks.
skittering
Oh.
surveyor. The point of a skittering surveyor is to like
Yeah, it really does
is to be like a
nothing
roadblock,
until way too late.
right? Like the crew
Yeah.
5 is way too much.
It just can't do anything until turn 5 if you're, the luckiest person ever.
Yeah, and this is also so much worse than Path to World Tree. It's much worse at stabilizing you than Path to World Tree, right? It just like literally dies to removal if you're activating it for 5. Like this
Yeah.
this
I
card
mean,
just like
no, it's
doesn't
not
do anything.
comparable to pass. Yeah.
I'm
All right,
I'm
mediocre.
I'm almost tempted to put. Okay, I'm gonna put this at 2. I
Okay.
cannot stand
Oh,
this. I cannot stand bad fixing.
wow. Except for Manaless, those you can stand.
No.
You also
I
put
put
that one
Manolith
too.
at 2. Okay. Anyway.
Okay. Double Strike equipment vehicle. I had a question about this one. So obviously it says creatures can't be attached to other permanents. So my interpretation is that if it's equipped and you crew it, it stops being equipped. And if it is crewed, you cannot equip it. Or is it you can equip it and then it'll stop being a creature?
So if it is I believe that you cannot if it's a creature you cannot equip it.
Okay.
I think that's part of the equip rules text. If it's attached, you can crew it, and then it'll immediately fall off. It'll become a creature and then fall off.
Yep, that's what I think. And that's not the relevant one because why would you ever crew it and then equip it? Even if you could.
Yeah.
That's just the wrong order. So, yeah.
I don't.
Anyway.
I gave this a 4. You gave it a 5. I think it's like maybe okay, but like I don't like how much mana it costs. Basically, if you ignore if you ignore the equip. Actually, I'm gonna give this a 3. If you ignore the equip, isn't it like really bad rate? Like.
I don't know. I was just thinking like double striker waiting in the wings, kind of scary, essentially.
No, but it's a vehicle, right? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They can't kill it. They're gonna die to it once you've got your whole plan together.
I'm gonna give this.
Yeah, I don't. I went down to 4 as well.
Okay.
Wow. I was cautious about it.
Do you disagree that Rangers scoreboard, our background card, is an Uno card? Because I think this is an Uno card.
No, I don't disagree.
Okay, great.
Yeah, I mean, this is an example of me being conservative and like not having the guts to say what I really believed or to realize what I really believed in my heart,
Okay, nice. We did that in like 20 minutes. But that was like I guess that was only like half the cards that we need to do for each color. Okay, let's keep going. One drop.
Nah.
Yeah, it's kind of meh. I think like I like one drops though, so I give this a 4.
Oh, maybe that's why you draw them and I never do.
Oh.
Okay. Enhancements. So this is like Sentinel's Eyes, which I love, except you can like only escape it if you have max speed, which seems a lot harder than having 2 other cards in your graveyard. So
Okay, that's fine.
that makes
I'll,
me
I'll,
sad.
I'll bump it down to a 5. I was thinking like, oh,
Also,
it's like really nice when you have max speed, but like I guess max speed might be harder than I think.
also, like I don't care about a aura, like even a good aura in this set because it's not a creature at all or a removal spell. It's just a
Yeah,
weird
I
supports
mean, I
card.
just tend to like this card, but this kind of card, but
No,
it is
I would love to play
awkward.
it. Yeah.
Okay, next
So
up,
not for me.
uh, Light Shield
Ooh.
Parry.
So this is the same category of card that I just said I hate. This one has cycling.
Well,
And
okay,
I
wait,
yeah.
wait. Auras are very different from combat tricks. Combat tricks are removal spells,
Uh sure.
right? Like
I mean,
the
I would
reason.
call another one not really even an aura because it doesn't have the card disadvantage
Well,
problem.
yeah, but like
Um,
the reason you
yeah,
play
this
a
one's also
combat
different.
trick is to make it a
I don't know.
removal spell.
I really meant that category very broadly to include like truly anything that's not a creature or a removal spell. And you can call it a removal spell, but it's not. I'm sorry. Like they don't have to
Okay,
block. Yeah.
like the thing about this, like, yeah, I agree that +2/+2 no keywords is kind of cope. I mean, agreeing with Nora in the chat, but like at the same time, like 1 mana +2/+2, okay, that's like kind of a mediocre trick,
Yeah.
but it has cycling, and it, like
Yeah. The
we're
only
only
reason
playing
it's
the.
cope is because it will go dead. This doesn't go dead.
Yeah.
I think this is like kind of the perfect upside for a card like this. Like all the minor upsides are like just making it work a tiny higher fraction of the time. It's upping it from like 55% active to 57% active or 60 or whatever. Whereas this is
So
like really totally saving you, not totally, but like making the bad case way less bad. And every time it's bad.
So
Um,
my my metric for how I graded this was I think I want one copy of this, exactly one copy of this in all of my white decks, and that's a 5.
that would be a 5. I still wasn't sure you actually want it in all your white decks.
I think you do. I think like I'd be fine to go up to 2
It's
sometimes.
better than
Use
the
that
last
cycling.
card for sure. So I'll join you for that reason. I
Okay.
definitely wanted to give it a 5.
You like big butts more than me, Julian. Tell us why you gave this a 5 and I gave it a 3.
It crews 2 things. It's not like those untap after you attack sort of things. It just crews twice.
I don't think
Free
that
combat.
matters. I
Oh,
don't
I
think
do.
you're gonna like attack with 2 vehicles that often.
Okay, or you just block. Okay, you just keep your O4 blocker. It's fine. They don't get you their max speed. You get to attack and defend your own. I don't know.
I don't know.
This is like the 2 mana O4 that you said was broken, except instead of working with exhaust, it works with vehicles.
But okay, but the thing is that like the 2 mana O4 is a soul ring when it works. When this works, it's like
Yeah, but come on, exhaust abilities are overcosted. You're not trying to like speed those out. Those are your like
I
mana
mean,
sinks anyway.
I don't know if I can like activate my like bird snake a
Yeah,
bit
we don't need to
faster.
argue about that card. This card, yeah, okay, fine. It's only a 4.
Okay, I'm still keeping it at 3. I'm just like I'm always skeptical. I'm like always skeptical of like 0/4s that like might not do anything. Or,
Mm.
or like 0 power creatures that might not do
It has
anything.
vigilance. You can attack with it too, and then it's just boom on tap.
Okay,
Right,
great.
sorry.
um,
Uh,
okay, this is my favorite 2 drop. Now I'm going to explain why I have this 2 grades above you. I have this at 7. You have it at 5. It starts your engines. And it's really good at getting max speed because it like 2/2 first strike on your
oh,
turn is very good at getting like attacking through.
yeah. These white cards I didn't spend enough time grading for sure. It's a 6
And it draws
at
a
least.
card later. Like it's really
Yeah,
nice.
I'm thinking of these like as like when it dies, investigate, but only halfway or something.
Yeah. Hey,
Uh,
it is
because like
preferable.
it costs 3, which is a lot. Like not what you're gonna want to do until you have nothing else left to do. It's not like it can like happen incidentally that you have 2 mana left over or 3 mana. You're like sometimes you incidentally have 2 mana left over. You very rarely incidentally have 3 mana left unless you really are out of
Notably,
stuff.
it is instant speed.
Uh, right, but like what do you? It's not that easy to just hold up another 3 mana thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and then like also it's only if you have max speed, which hopefully you do. I agree it's realistic in this case. Good card.
Okay, we
2 mana
both
2/2.
agree this next vehicle
Strong.
is a 3. It scries 2, which is nice, but it's a vehicle with no upsides. It's just a 3/2 crew one. So it's
Yeah, I would rather just a 3/1 creature, which
yeah.
we had before.
How I've been
Yeah.
thinking about this is that in this set there are vehicles that have the vehicle problem, and then there are vehicles that don't have the vehicle problem. And like, if I play the vehicles that don't have the vehicle problem, that just makes the vehicle problem worse for the ones that do have it. You know?
And honestly, I think the ones that don't have the problem secretly still do a little bit.
Well, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Like
it makes the
they
ones
don't
that
fully not have the problem. They like you still don't want to like have 3 vehicles in play necessarily.
well, yeah, yeah,
Uh
but basically what I'm saying is that that just makes the ones that fully have the vehicle problem even worse, right?
yeah.
Anyways, you like this more than me by 1 grade, 6 versus 5.
Yeah, like sure it's a sorcery. This effect is often situational, but the destroy target artifact is almost just not situational. That's
Well,
going to be every game.
I'm worried that some of these, like some of the like the good vehicles that people are playing, might have like might get value rather than
Okay,
be
good for
big.
them. I don't, they'll probably still be big.
That's fair.
I like I don't even think I'm going to be using that mode like most of like even more than half the time. But I think the first mode is good when I can use it, and the
I
second
just
mode
think
will just bail
I'm
me out.
I'm just worried about the first mode because the first mode, because it's a sorcery, like can be very awkward with timing. Like it doesn't count double creatures as well. Like it's sometimes going to be hard. It's going to be hard to make this deal more than 3 damage, certainly, and like sometimes it's going to be hard to make it deal more
Okay,
than
2 minute deal 3 is awesome, even at sorcery.
sure.
And then
And
like okay, it's not all the time, but I got another mode all rolled up.
anyways, next up. This card, I might even want to bump this up to a 7. We got flipped on these two removal spells, but I think that exiling is really nice. I think that like there's going to be more tapped things because like you're like your opponent might play like turn 3 play a vehicle, turn 4 play a 4 drop. You don't care about the vehicle, but they're going to crew their vehicle with their 4 drop. You get to kill their 4 drop, like ahead of
They still get to
schedule.
attack once.
They
Oh,
still
ahead of schedule? Okay, sure. Like
right. Like,
normally you have to wait to use your tap thing.
yeah.
Okay, that's a little bit real.
Also, there's just so many instant speed like activated abilities in this set, from cycling to the like 3 mana exile thing, exile from your graveyard things,
You're
to
saying you can hold us up?
to exhaust abilities. Yeah, so it's really like I think instant speed stuff is like at a premium this set because like you can hold it up really well. I'm gonna give this a 7.
Okay, well I increased this 6. Not even. I mean, I don't think the previous one is just as good. All
I don't
right,
think so.
the next one is a 3 mana 3/3 with apparently some text. It's not an exhaust ability, but
The text I see
still
is
not exact.
shark on your right and nothing else. Um,
What? I don't get it.
in the flavor text. It's just in all caps, so I don't. It's hard for me to see
Oh,
anything else.
see, despite the all caps, I still am blind to the flavor text.
Anyways, we both gave this a 4. Let's move on. It's nice that it's instant speed. Okay, let's move on. Um,
Yeah.
I gave this a 6 to your 5 because I think that I like that this helps with speed a lot. This is a very speedy
Oh,
creature.
yeah. This is a strong card. I don't know
Yeah,
why I said
yeah,
that. Like Windrake needs a lot of upside these days, but this is like I don't know. I kind of think of it as like Drain 3 or something.
yeah.
Like Lifelink indestructible. What are they gonna do?
Yeah, this gives you speed the turn you play it because you
Yeah.
attack your 2 drop, assuming your 2 drop has speed or whatever, and then it gives you speed the next turn because you attack with your Windrake. Um,
I
It's a
really am
very
not
fast
thinking about
spell.
speed as much as you are. I'm just thinking of it as like take up the shield or whatever.
Okay, well,
Lesson
yeah,
your
I mean,
card
it's also good
also.
that way.
Yeah, vampire spawn. Like
Speaking
yeah.
of 3 mana creatures with 2 power and more toughness and like some amount of nebulous benefit,
Oh, yeah. I don't know what to think of this one.
I don't know what to think of it either, and I gave it a 4. I don't know. Maybe 2/4 is nice.
I feel
Maybe.
like all my cards are going to be artifacts, and it's actually like
Well,
going to go.
I'm worried that they aren't all going to be
There
artifacts.
are. I mean, I know the common artifacts are like colorless ones are kind of bad, but there's 10 of them, or I think there's like 10 of them. And then there's all the vehicles, and there's also just a bunch of cards that are artifacts for some reason, like creatures that are artifacts and like enchantments that are artifacts instead.
If you
There's a bunch of them.
had, if you had to guess how many uh, common and uncommon white artifacts there are in this set, like give two numbers,
Oh,
one for
like
common, one for uncommon, what would you guess?
actually white,
Yeah.
uh, like mono white. Um,
Or like
I'll say
also
there's only like
counting the gold ones. But how many commons, how many uncommons?
okay. I'm not gonna count the gold ones. I'll say three of each.
Three of
Three
each.
commons for him.
There are
Yeah.
4 commons, and there are uh, one, two, three, four. Okay, I'm not gonna count the one drop. One, two, three, four, five uncommons.
Well, why not count the one drop?
Because this doesn't reduce the one drop.
Oh, correct. Okay. Uh, okay. So there's more than I thought.
Okay.
Yay. Yeah. I think it's a nice card. I mean, a strong. I mean, what's the word? A nice card. Yeah. 5. That's
I
it.
think it's decent. Anyways, moving on. This one I like more than you. I give this a 5. You gave it a 3.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
hate
know.
these mounts. These mounts that don't even do anything. Like, what's the point?
Well, I
Uh,
like that it like attacks as a 4 for vigilance. Okay, I'm gonna give it a
yeah,
4 for
congrats
the
on your
power
hill
that it
giant.
attacks
I don't
as.
know.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm off. It's a 3.
It's Axgard Braggart.
It has
It
3
meant
powers.
it's like similar to Axgard Braggart, and that was a 4. So yeah, that's fine.
You didn't have to tap your other creatures for that. I don't know.
Ooh, well, wow, I'm much higher than you on this one. Um, I give this a 6, 2, or 3. You're not a fan of Phantom Monsters, huh?
No, it's Phantom Monster. It doesn't even have any upside. What are you talking about?
You
Usually my Phantom
start
Monsters
your
have upside these days.
if you have max speed, 3/4 vigilance flyers so much better than a Phantom
There's
Monster.
no such thing as max speed. In like Dustmore, it like investigated every time it attacks, and it still wasn't that good or something, right? I don't
What?
remember.
No,
What's the card?
in Dustborn it unlocked a room and it was good.
Oh yeah, even better. Okay, what? Who cares?
Okay, fine. I'll go down to 5. I'm not going any lower though. I don't know. I like my speed.
I'm not gonna play this card.
I'm just very speedy.
Yeah.
Okay, here's where I keep overrating things compared to you. I gave this a
Wait, so
5. It's a 7.
do you think this card is better than 5 mana 5/4? Yeah, I think it is, right?
Yes, it's definitely better than 5 mana 5/4.
Yeah.
It's a lot better than it's like 5 mana 5/4 dies into a 1/1 flyer.
Right. Except if they kill the 1/1 flyer first, then you kind of have nothing. That's what I was scared of.
Well, if you have nothing
But
else on board,
you probably don't have nothing is the
how
thing.
often
So
do you
okay,
have
I
nothing
agree.
else on board? I don't know.
I agree. I agree with you. Nesting bot.
Wait, are you keeping this at a 5? Because I'm keeping it at a
Oh
7.
shoot, I raised the wrong card. Oh yeah. I thought you were a 4. Hmm. Wait. Yeah. You think it's nice? It's 5 mana.
Wait, I think this is. I said premium. Okay, I'm gonna go down to 6, I guess.
Wait.
You're looking at the wrong card.
Oh
This
my
is.
god. Wait. Yeah. Oh, I'm way behind.
Okay.
Uh, yeah, I'm keeping it at nice. All right. Nesting bot.
Yeah.
Um.
No, Nor the thing is, Julian is not looking at the stream. I think Julian was off on the spreadsheet. That's where he was being off. Nesting bot. I have this 2 grades above you because I'm very speedy.
Okay. Wait. I didn't think I'd be low on this card. I was like, wow, this card's good. It actually does the speed thing. You like, if you're on the play, they don't have a 1-drop, which is guaranteed. Boom, speed 2.
Okay.
And then I was like, man, it does kind of go blank. And then even though it's dies into a 1/1, like, how am I doing that? But the thing is, you're not actually dead. Just being a 1/1, you can still tap the crew stuff. So
I don't know. Maybe 9 is probably aggressive.
I'll go 8 though. We can agree
9,
it's an
9 is
8.
probably aggressive. Where I'm gonna like stay there. I don't know. It's giving crawling chorus. Uh,
Yeah, but crawling chorus maybe is like not even a 7 probably.
Are you sure? I thought that card was really. I thought that card was like
But
really good.
in my mind, there's going to be like at most 5 commons that are 7s.
Okay, this set. Be prepared for this set, I guess, as well.
Okay.
Anyways,
Right.
we agreed that this was a 6. Yeah, flying's nice. Nora's nice, or something.
Uh-huh.
Strong even.
Oh, yeah. Next one, Lori Hughes Links. Man, you beat me again on this one. I was like, this card's broken. I'm gonna give it an 8, and you're like 9. Yeah, all right. This one did make me have the "this is amazing" reaction.
Yeah, no,
So,
this card's
yeah,
really nice.
yeah.
It's
It's not nice. It's amazing. Nice is like
fine. This is 180% nice. I'll start saying that. But yeah, drawing a card with an attack, having lifelink. It's better than Bronco. It always gains you 2 life instead of,
yeah.
losing you life. Anyways.
Well, yeah. Wait, is Bronco saddle 2?
No, Bronco Saddle 3, I thought.
I thought so too.
Yeah.
So it's just better in every way.
Yeah,
Got natural toughness.
exactly.
It's just out of this world.
Anyways, vanilla creatures. There's a vanilla creatures theme in the
Yeah.
set. So each
There are
color
6 of
has
them,
a
I think,
legendary
right?
vanilla creature.
There's also green common.
I think this is maybe the best of them. Maybe.
Okay, well, let's not say that yet.
Okay.
But
2 mana
yeah, I
healer.
mean, stats. Let's go.
Oh, I gave this a 7. I just think it's like
No, come on. 7's supposed to be like top common sort of thing.
2 mana 3/3 is
3
really
mana 3,
good.
the 2 mana 3 is good. And like, snap it up, play it. Not my opponent's not conceding when I play it on turn 2. Okay, nothing is, but they're not
Okay,
they're not like shaking in their boots. They're just
okay.
like, okay, fine.
This is like Stocked Researcher and Dustmorn, and I would give Stocked Researcher and Dustmorn a 7. So.
I don't know that card.
Okay.
That card. Wait, you give that a 7, really?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just good.
I mean, I like that card
really
too,
good.
but.
And I think white uses this better. It's also an artifact. I don't know.
What did I say? 6? Yeah, I'm sticking by it.
Okay, Gallant Strike.
Oh, it's an artifact? That is nice. It's also legendary? I don't know if that matters.
Yeah.
All right.
We both gave this one a 7. I mean, yeah, conditional removal, cycling, pretty nice. Nice.
And this
really
is like
nice when it happens.
high upside removal.
Yeah, instant speed.
Like, that's the type of removal I want cycling on.
Nice.
It's like,
okay, next. A lord for your vehicles.
You could say that.
I'm gonna go down to 5 on this. I was like, I kind of want to believe in this, but like I don't think I actually believe in this.
Yeah, me either.
It's like okay. So now we're both at 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down to 5 on this one too.
Okay. I was already at 4. I was like, I don't see any text.
Well,
but that makes me excuse it for being non-creature.
Okay.
It's like a negative creature. Like there's.
Okay, I'm gonna go down to 4. Yeah, I just thought of the card Dragonfly Suit and was sad. So.
Okay. Unfortunately, that's the last white card that I've graded. So
wow. I've graded Roadside Assistance a full 8 grades higher than you according to the spreadsheet. Because I gave it an 8 and you gave it not a number. Okay, so want to live grade this?
Yes. I'm definitely not giving this an 8. I am not impressed. I think. Yeah, actually, I don't know. I remember thinking about this card and being confused, but like, what's the comparison I was trying to think of? I forget what I was thinking about this card before. Yeah,
Squires something the vampire card.
probably not. Uh,
What are you giving this? You can put this on your vehicle, make a 1/1, and then use that 1/1 to crew your vehicle.
that is the plan. But even then, it's like all I did was one more than lifelink.
Okay, come on, fast.
Six,
We gotta go
six,
fast.
six. I feel like this one was important to think about. I'm not gonna do that.
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair.
I,
I think
six.
lifelink is busted, so I gave it an 8. This one.
Yeah.
It's like a
Ooh.
dumb flyer, but like it sure is a flyer, even if it's dumb.
But like it should have like 3 power. I kind of like it more than the other Phantom Monster.
Well, yeah, but like you said, like you're
What did I say about the other Phantom Monster? What I give it?
you gave the other one a 3. So
Right,
are
it's
you
a
giving this
4.
a 4? Great, we
Yeah,
agree.
great. Yeah.
Next, 2/5 vigilance that has some max speed ability, but according to you, that never happens. According to
Double
me, that
shift
also
though.
never happens.
But I like the stat line honestly. So that makes it a 4. All right.
Okay, great, we agree.
Yeah. Alacrian Armory.
Oh, this is for some reason. Wait, these got. Okay, these two got mixed up. Let me really quickly correct that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Alacrian Armory.
This is like the same as that green white card you like.
No, this one's not a creature. It doesn't give
I
things.
know. Okay. Yeah.
Okay. I think this one's
It's really expensive.
but
It's
yeah.
really expensive.
I think there's like some world. I can see a
Yeah,
deck that plays this. Like the vigilance is
yeah.
nice,
It does
but
a
like
lot if all your cards are doing that.
my problem is like this is you need a like pretty wide board. Like you need like 3 things on your board before this starts being good, kind of, and then like you're also spending 4 mana on this. It's pretty hard.
Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah. All
Um,
right. Well, we have the card you were talking about before.
yes,
4 mana return a thing.
I think this card's very good.
I said it was 5 at the time, but that was when it cost black and green.
Yeah,
Right? 6.
but okay. Okay, make sure you read the fact that if it's a vehicle, it becomes a
Oh,
creature.
right. I did read that. Like, I have read all the cards, so I had read. I remember reading that, but I didn't consider it just now. So
I
yes,
think this card's like, I think this is a legitimate build around, which is why I gave it an 8. Like, I think that this card, like, if you have this
I
card, you
mean,
can
is this really
like,
what White's doing? Is White gonna have?
no, but it might like be an archetype unto itself, kind of.
And you could probably splash this in something black green.
Yeah. I'm gonna
But to
lower
be
my
clear,
gray
build
down.
around big penalty. This is like you gotta like if it's something you do very rarely, that doesn't mean you rate it as if it's the
Well,
same
the
with
thing
when
is,
you
like,
do
I
it.
think the big cycling vehicles, maybe people won't want them very much. So, like, I don't know if it's a big penalty, right? It's hard to say.
Well, the question is how often are you actually building around it? Like sure, people don't want the vehicles, but are you still going to go and do that every time?
Well, like, you could imagine a world where you can just very consistently get the big cycling vehicles for it. I don't know.
Yeah, but like, are you going to bother doing that instead of doing something else as your draft every
Maybe.
time?
I don't know.
Like, yeah, I think 7 is ambitious, and that's what I'm sticking with.
Okay, sure. We can do it. Agree to disagree.
Yeah.
Sloth. How do you like the big 5/5?
Oh, is this the one I was thinking about as like the
I think this is maybe
extremely
the
expensive saddle? No, that was
yeah,
a rare, I think.
maybe.
Yeah, there's a rare that's like even bigger.
I like that
Anyway,
you untap all creatures you control, and I like that this game's indestructible. I don't like that it costs it's saddle 4, but at least it's a 5 and a 5/5.
yeah, I like 5 mana 5/5. I don't like it enough to be a 7, but it's strong.
I just think that like at the point where you're attacking with a 5/5 indestructible, you maybe don't need to attack with other things, and it's just nice to like
Hey,
swing with your 5/5.
8 is outrageous, Jason. 8 is again like better than like all but maybe a couple crazy
Wait,
combos.
to be clear, I'm giving this card a 7. The next card I'm giving an 8.
Oh, okay. Well, that's only a little bit outrageous then.
One of the aforementioned cycling vehicles. People will probably want this one, but
okay. Yeah, I mean, this card is good. Cycling single mana.
single mana cycling.
Yeah.
Famously
And then it
very
reminds
nice.
me of like there was a plane cycling card that was like a 3/4 in
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
But this is
But this
a
is a
6/6 instead.
6/6.
Obviously you have to crew it.
Yeah,
Seems
but
better
like the
overall.
upside is you get to
Better
like
the cycling
threaten.
is way better than the plane cycling.
Yeah, you just get to like threaten blocking
Very
with it, and
strong.
like when it smashes in, it really smashes in. So I
This is
think
the
this
top
is.
end you want. Are you
I
gonna
think.
wait?
Hmm?
I'm gonna feel bad cycling this and be like, man, I had to cycle this. Unless I have that tune up, I'm gonna be kicking myself.
Well, yeah, but like I don't know. Sometimes you sometimes you just
Yeah,
cycle it. I don't know. Sometimes you don't have six
yeah,
mana.
I know. But cycling is less good on good cards. I think that's true.
Sure.
I'm gonna stop at 7.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Shall we talk about our white averages?
Okay.
Your average is
Here's
4.9 minus 5.3.
yeah.
We
Let me make sure these formulas are still good.
Yes, they're good. I don't know if I don't. I did not check your expected copies per packet and copies per draft thing. Like
Okay.
this is being
I
weighted
mean, they're
by
good.
commons and like uncommons are weighted less than commons here. I think in some
They're
way.
weighted proportionally to how many copies will appear in a draft.
Sure.
Uh, and which is, I think, the best baseline. The assumption is that like our grades are linear, which they are not. Like linear in like how good they make the color as a whole, but that's not true. It's not like a 5 is 5 times better than a 1.
I
Like the
would
1
say
is just
that
not count. Yeah,
I would say that
yeah,
all the numbers are fake anyway, so I don't care if the average is fake.
yeah. But at least it's weighted properly,
Okay, I think
And
we're
the formula
making
does
good
seem good.
pace, by the way. Right now
I agree.
we have 2.5 hours left, and that took less than 30 minutes to go through white.
Okay, but we are at some point going to need to like pause or something.
Sure.
Uh, you could consider this a pause though. But I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want to do blue next? The color you have graded nothing for, or do you want to like come back to that or something?
I don't care.
Okay, let's do blue next because that's easier on the slideshow. Um,
Yeah.
how do you feel about unsummon?
Uh, I think I like Unsummon. I forget though. What
I
I'm supposed to like Unsummon. I think I
I
am.
I put this as a similar like I think I like this less than the white combat trick in that I would like not necessarily want one in all of my blue decks, but I would be like happy playing one. Um,
Okay. I will agree with 5.
nicely you can save your own
Yeah.
things. Also, you can reset your exhaust abilities. Like if you have a really good exhaust ability, you could bounce that to hand and then replay it and reuse it.
All right. The Optimizer. Obviously, these cards are usually weak, but everything's an artifact this time, and
And
cycling's an
everything is an
ability.
artifact and
So yeah,
everything has.
usually the issue is like there are no instants in Source Race. Even if I'm building an instants in Source Race deck, my deck is still full of creatures. But this time, it could be like 80% of my deck has a way to use this mana.
I think it's gonna
Um,
be very easy to use this mana.
yeah. So I think this is actually a good one. I'm gonna give it a 6.
I'm still giving it a 5 because I just think 2 mana, like 2 mana, 2/1 mana dork that's like somewhat limited is like.
Yeah, I'm assuming this is gonna be the good blue true drop. I feel like the good blue true drop seems to be a.
Speaking of the good blue 2 drop,
Oh no.
how do you feel?
Uh,
I don't know about. I don't know if this is necessary. This is
no, this
needed
isn't
yet.
good blue true drop. This one's not good.
Uh,
This one's okay, but it's not good. It's decent at best. It's a 4.
so I gave this strong. I said
Yeah,
that
you
this was a
did.
6. My selling
Yeah.
point is that this is really nice at winning races. When I say race, I don't mean like damage race. I mean speed race. Uh, in that like it blocks as a 1/3 and it also attacks in the air. And it like I basically my theory is that 2 mana 1/3 might be, flying might be like a nice stat line. Maybe that's wrong though.
I assumed it wasn't.
But I also
Uh,
but like the threat of activation on the exhaust ability is also nice, right? Like turning into a 3/5, yeah, that blocks.
okay, but how are you gonna like trick your opponent into like guessing wrong on whether you're gonna activate it?
Well, it's like, I don't know, you just have this
Like
back, like let's say they have a 3/3,
5 mana.
you have this back, you hold up 5 mana, and then they don't
Yeah,
attack into it.
I wonder what the 5 mana is for.
Well, no, it's threat of activation where you can then
Well, like they have to have
like,
something else to do with the mana.
well, yeah, but like
Show me how you're spending 5 mana.
the idea is you
Not
might
easy.
have like
Not
other
easy.
things you can like the exhaust deck will naturally just have a bunch of instant speed things to do, I think.
5 mana wars all the time. Good luck. Sometimes, but I think the spread of activation is much more impactful on a cheap thing.
Okay.
Like even 3 mana would be a lot more impactful.
Okay, speaking of good 2 drops, maybe. Who knows? Do you like 2 mana 3/3s?
Yeah, I think you talked about how the one in Dustmourne was great. This is worse. Fruitu is
Yeah.
definitely harder than having an enchantment enter the battlefield. Obviously, this card is still playable, but yeah, 5 seems at best.
Okay.
It's at best nice.
I agree.
Uh,
Now, this
Stall
is
out. Oh boy, I gotta read this one I gotta evaluate
this
this
is
one
my kind of card.
without hearing. Yeah. I mean, I also love these cards. Usually they have like a little upside to cycling instead. I think the cycling is better than like Scry 1 or whatever. That card was really weak. It's still like a card that's not a creature or removal. You would call it removal, but I will disagree. It's a different type of thing. Tapping is like probably pretty safe, unless they have those like untap a creature things to like speed up the unstunning, maybe.
Maybe. I think some of them
I
have
don't
to
know.
untap
I don't know if my blue
attacking
deck
creature.
is gonna be like I don't know how real the tempo thing is gonna be for these blue decks. I just have no idea yet. I will give it a 4, unfortunately.
I gave it a 5 for like.
Yeah, and to be clear, usually his effect is like a 3 at best.
Yeah. I think this is much better than we usually get it because cycling is just like a really nice thing to put on this because this is very situational.
And in like blue red, it's just nice to have stuff to discard, I guess.
Yeah.
All right, spectral interference. This one you might be able to call removal. Won't be offended. It's like definitely better than Essence Scatter would be in this set.
Yeah.
And like Essence, and like there will be more creatures plus artifacts in this set than creatures in a normal set.
Yeah, because some of the spell effects are on artifacts.
Obviously, they can pay for. That matters. People will think it doesn't matter, but it does. So that adds up to 6.
Really? You don't want this at 7?
No, just a counter spell. It can't be a 7.
There's so many. Didn't we just talk about how there's so many instant speed activated abilities?
That's why you think it's good to have a counter spell? Yeah,
no,
a 2-mana one.
The best case for Essence Scatter
there are not many 2-mana activated abilities. I'm sorry.
There's a lot of 2-mana cyclers. Like,
yeah,
you hold up your counter spell. If they don't do something, then you cycle away your situational card, right?
How does that set you up better for next turn? Like,
well, because like you might want to be playing some of these cyclers.
Like, I don't necessarily want to cycle all my stuff.
Right, but also like you just like it doesn't need to be on turn 2, right? Like, it's just nice to have like it just increases the usefulness of this later, where it's like where it costs
might be the best
you nothing to
I don't know
hold it
yet.
up, right?
It's also not an artifact.
What?
I just we'll see what this instant speed saying. I feel like it's a little overblown. I feel like you're going to be like, I want to go all in on Infinity instead. Like,
I think this is one of the best Essence Scatter like sets we've seen. Like, yeah, this kind of.
I mean, it's never been a 7 really.
Well, and then I think that Essence Scatter was like a 7 in Dominaria United, like actual factual Essence Scatter.
Oh yeah, maybe it was. Yeah.
And like
I think that's how it was kind of low power. Though. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyways,
could be a 7. All right, we've got
another
next one in this cycle.
Speedy.
This time Windrake.
Graveyards.
This is good. But this is like not helping the themes really.
I think I.
Yeah, I saw you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I think it's still good.
Yeah, 66 is a cap, but I'll say sure.
Yeah, it's not a 7. Costs a bit too much mana to be a 7. It's too much of a Windrake, but it's nice.
Yeah. All right, we got
Strong.
2/3 vigilance, exhaust.
Oh yeah. Speaking
Turn
of
into a squid.
like cheap
Okay, all
exhaust
right,
abilities.
all right. Here you go.
I think this card is good.
Uh, yes, I agree, but not that good. Like a 5.
Wait, okay, come on. Like, it's like
Like I will put it in my deck, but it's not increasing the power level of my deck. It's not like it's going to be a pretty normal card.
I don't
You
know.
know.
I feel like the split card between 3 mana 2/3 and like 5 mana like 3/4 loot and also like and also being able to weave that in. Like the problem with the 3 mana 2/3 is that it like becomes
Yeah, I wouldn't
invalidated
call it a
with
split
3.
card. Like 5 mana for this is bad. 3 mana for the vigilance
It's
is
not
bad.
5 mana
It's
for this is
only
not that bad. It's like okay. The other thing is that this just like ties into a lot of different synergies. Like it ties into exhaust synergies. It ties into discard synergies. Um,
yes, those two.
it ties into
Yes, I
holding
agree.
up your mana. Like
Okay, that you're double counting now. Like,
okay,
uh,
sure, fine.
I, I think the whole appeal is you have to split it up. That's when it's good. You split it up, and you can do that. Not that hard. It's fine, but it's like the rate is not anything special. I'm not holding back a bit.
Yeah, I don't know. I
Uh,
think I like the
Flood
rate.
the engine, the removal spell. Uh,
Classic. They keep making it slightly better though than the last time.
yeah, this one it does the thing. I don't think there's like the black sacrifice card, but I think it's not like there's gonna be a ton of ways to exploit it. I don't think there's like a ton of enchantment removal. They put an artifact removal instead. So I'll be giving it a 6. I'll be optimistic.
I gave it a 5 because I always hate this kind of card, and I
I know.
suspect that there will be enough things that can punish it with like ETBs or like targeting an exhaust thing with
Come
this
on,
can
ETB
sometimes
doesn't
be
count.
awkward.
ETB does not count. That's
Well,
every punishes every removal spell.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying that we should maybe punish every removal spell.
So, okay, I'm thinking that removal is good in this format because you get to kill other creatures and they can't do their vehicles.
I think that only applies to cheap removal, so you can keep pace with their creatures. But I don't know.
Oh, is it? It's about quantity of removal, not like cheapness. You
Kind of.
need expensive removal so that you can actually kill their big thing, so they don't have anything left.
Speaking
To,
of things to hold up along with Essence Scatter, how do you feel about
oh yeah, this is
a
like
2 mana
I like
Nihilate?
how they put like a spell that it still can improve my vehicles, But like this one I actually expect to cycle.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
usually,
It's two
this is
mana
good.
Annihilate, you know?
I thought it was a 6.
Nice, we agree.
It could be better than Essence Scatter. Who knows?
How do you feel
Essence
about
Scatter is not a 3/4.
how do you feel about two bodies? One a 3/2, one a 1/1.
With flying, I
Yeah,
like it.
it's an artifact. Improves
Ooh,
vehicles.
I might give this one a 7.
I gave this one a 7.
Yeah. All right,
Nice.
so I like this one better than Essence Scatter.
Speaking of
Oh
cycling,
boy. Oh, I skipped ahead a card, and that's why I said oh boy. This card I'm not saying oh boy about. It's still good though.
really? You're not saying oh boy about this?
It's pretty normal. I don't know.
I mean, we get this a lot, but it's like generally good. This doesn't push you forward in any way, but I think the fact that you can like again, it's
I
instant
mean,
speed bumps it up for me.
yeah, and the cycling doesn't. It's not situational. It's like a card you usually want to cast. It's just like not
No,
amazing when you.
it is
I think
sometimes
it's gonna.
situational.
I know, but like the cycling is a lot less upside than on other stuff for me. I think this is a lot like the 3/4. Well, okay, it's not a lot like 3/4. I'm gonna call it a 6 though. Sorry.
I gave it a 7. I
Yeah,
trusted the
I was
instant
holding
speed.
back so that I could give this card a good grade.
Okay.
Uh,
Well,
I
you're gonna
like
give
drawing
it a
two
better grade
cards.
than me then.
You don't like it? You think it's too slow? It draws 2 cards. It's an artifact.
Okay.
It's 3 for 1.
Okay, don't look at my. I don't know if you've seen my
I
grade.
haven't. I haven't. I haven't. I
Okay,
haven't.
then don't look at my grade. Just give
Yeah.
it your grade.
Okay. Well, I'll give it a 7.
Okay, I gave it a 6.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's like
I
you're
think
wrong, but it's okay. I'm not offended.
so. The thing about this card is like Hmm. It's just hard for me to give like 5 mana cards sevens, I guess.
What? You've given plenty of 5 mana card sevens. You gave that stupid 5 mana 5/5 with Saddle 4 a 7.
But that would like impact the board. I don't know. It's like I'm just a bit worried about this because like okay, I guess my worry is specifically that like the thing I generally want to pair with like draw threes is like cheap removal and not 3 power creatures, right? Like the thing about this is like you need to be able to saddle this like basically immediately,
Crew
I
it.
feel
I
like.
want to crew it immediately, yes.
Or crew it,
And then
yeah.
I trade off. And then the only downside I'm worried about is that they might concede before I get to use all my cards.
I'm just worried that you like won't be able to trade off. Or like you won't
Why
be able
not? It's a 3/2
sorry,
flying.
sorry. What I mean you
Crew,
won't
crew.
I'm
I'm
worried that
worried
you
about
won't be
that
able to
too.
crew it.
But don't worry. I prepared the rest of my deck to be able to crew it.
Okay.
The whole set review, I've been prioritizing that. So you can trust me to make sure I can crew it.
Okay.
I save my vehicles for the ones that are good. I think this one's good.
The other part of me grading this a bit lower is that I feel like there are many ways in blue to get card advantage that don't that like aren't this.
If you have the blue white gold uncommon, that's better. But I don't see another draw 3 or anything.
I mean, like there's for example there's the like 3 mana 2/3 that like loots with exhaust. Like there's a bunch of exhaust abilities basically.
That's not card advantage.
It's kind
Just
of
not even at all. This is a 3-for-1. That is card selection, maybe.
okay. I don't know. I
Yeah.
just think there's a lot of ways to spend your mana. I guess what I'm saying, but I don't know.
Yes, that's true.
Like basically like
Speaking
I'm
of ways
worried
to spend your mana,
I'm worried
you're a
that there are
Seeker of
not very
Serpent.
many like cheap impactful things to do, and like that's why I want to pair with a draw three.
I'm
We
playing
can
Unsummon. I've got no problem. Unsummon will save me. I'm gonna
sure.
unsummon this thing and play it again. Then what are you gonna do? Unsummon my whole drifter.
Okay,
I bet I'm gonna do that.
really, the reason why I don't like Hole Drifter is because it doesn't combo with the 0/4 Soul Ring creature.
Yeah, you first picked it. I didn't get it. I'm sorry. Gearseeker Serpent does though.
Well, kind of.
Interesting. So if you have 3 artifacts, 4 mana, 5/4, can't be blocked if it doesn't want to be. I think that's pretty good. I'm going to say it's very good, but it's. Let's see. If it's 5 mana, it's like pretty medium. It's not like Tolarian Terror. So it's probably just like a 6. Oh, you really don't like it.
Oh, I really don't like it. I'm gonna go off on this card.
I'm all in on the Affinity, man.
I didn't so like I didn't play Kaladesh very much, but I did play it a bit when it came back to Arena. Like the reason this card was good was because like a lot of stuff was like a lot slower, and you got a lot of incidental tokeny artifacts. That's not
I've
what's
actually never
happening
cast
this
this
set.
card.
That's not
Yeah.
what's happening this set, right? Like in Kaladesh, you could like cast it for 2. You're not gonna cast it for 2 this set, not really.
I want to cast it for 4.
Sorry, Nicole. I'm not saying that like I'm not saying I'm not making a judgment on how good it was in Kaladesh
Hey,
on
please don't
Arena
talk
compared
about
to
Kaladesh.
Kaladesh on paper. I'm saying this
I
could
don't
be
care.
worse here than Kaladesh in any form. Like, um, I think this
Yeah.
card like I don't know. I think that it's going to be okay. So this is a card where it like really matters which turn you play it, right? Like unlike the draw three, right? It's not just you'll
Mm.
play it as the last card in your hand, it'll be fine. You like really want to get this into play early. It's really
I
hard to get
want
into
to
play on turn 4.
I want to double spell with it on turn 6.
Okay, that definitely could, that definitely can happen. I just think that like I'm just worried that that like won't be good enough. Like there is good removal in this set that like can like very much remove this. It's I just
Yeah.
am worried that this card like doesn't have any value. It just like uh
Okay.
it's just big
5.
and it's kind of
5.
slow.
You got me. It's a 5.
I
All
think
right.
time has not treated this card well.
Yeah, I don't. I did. I know. I knew it was a reprint, but I've never cast a card. I was not thinking
Okay,
about.
sure.
Yeah, like I was just like, okay, Affinity. I like Affinity. But I was thinking about it obviously. Um, Spell Pierce is on an uncommon. I think this stinks, unfortunately.
Yeah, I gave it a 2.
Oh, really? Okay. Well, I'm not gonna give it a 2. I think you'd sideboard it in or something if you're like, who knows why. I don't know. Probably there's some reason.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. It's a shame. Good card, but not in this format.
Not for this format. Good
Yeah.
card for like standard probably.
Yeah. Hey, Lorna, 0-8. Oof,
It's
that's
just a
nice.
0-8.
That's cool.
How do you feel about
I
calling this icy manipulator?
Well, not that bad.
Yeah.
Like I should be offended, but I'm not. That's how. um. Right. Is it bad? I want to call it like nice, like a 5.
Oh, I called it 6, like strong.
Okay. Thanks for permission to call it a 5.
I don't know. I hate 0 power creatures, but this does block everything. So like
Will actually block every turn of the game forever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Legend rule is
It
a
also doesn't
legitimate
accrue, which
downside.
is
I don't
kind of
know if I
gross.
would say the legend rule is a legitimate downside. The second icy is a lot worse than the first.
Okay. I wasn't grading the second copy. I didn't even consider that, but
How much
maybe I will
death touch is
someday.
there? There's not that much death touch. There's not. There's not very much big death touch. I don't know.
All right, diversion unit. Instant or sorcery counter. Okay, well, who cares? It's a good stat line.
Yeah, it's an okay stat line.
It's a good stat line.
It's an okay stat line.
It's a good one. I'll call it a 6.
Do you want to give it a higher grade because the eyes have pies?
No, but that is true.
I gave it a 5 because I think it's
Yeah,
only an okay stat line.
it's a good stat line. All right, sorry. Cycling 2 again. Oh, wait, but it's great. I
Oh
should have
yeah,
read the other text first.
this is like
What are you about to call this, Jason? What card are you about to call this one? Let's hear
uh,
it.
this is the Fox from
No, don't say
Ikoria,
it. Don't
except it
say it.
costs
No,
twice
you
as
have to
much
save
mana.
that. You have to save that for the card that actually is the Phosphomacoria.
Well, the thing is, we have 2 Foxes from Ikoria.
Yeah, this is really strong.
This
It's
is
flying.
not a Nyrophage. This is very different from a Nyrophage. A Nyrophage grows much quicker, but also costs 4 mana. This is, I think, stronger than a Nyrophage.
Can I call it an 8 or after 6-7?
This is like the fairy vandal.
Okay. Yeah, I like that. All right,
Nice.
8
We
is,
agree on
8
8.
is.
Also, it's really nice that has cycling too. That's what pushed me like to solidify on 8
Yeah, of course,
because
of course.
late
Yeah.
game when it's bad, you just
Without the cycling, no shot. Yeah. Max speed, copy target spell you control, new targets for the copy. Weird. I
it's
actually like it though.
it's very weird. I agree. I like it. I like that it's
Yeah,
like starts. It's a 2 drop that starts your engines, so like works towards itself.
for sure.
I might be overrating it, but I don't know.
Like you're gonna like when you use a thing, that's gonna be really good. You're gonna like spend 6 mana, copy your 5 drop. Nice. However, I cannot go higher than 6. But I've been saying my grades before I looked at yours, except for this first try. I accidentally saw yours already. Okay, this time to draw a card. So 4/4.
This was one of the cards I was thinking about when I said there was a lot of ways to get card advantage in blue.
This counts.
This draws a lot of cards potentially.
I think you have more exhaust abilities than I do, but
I'm just saying 2 is a lot.
so 4/4 draw card. What up?
So yeah, like
This
you
is a
can.
good card. I thought a 7.
I also gave this a 7. Wow, okay, I thought I gave it
Yeah,
something higher, but like I don't know. I just
yeah.
think that I'm just excited for the exhaust stuff. I want to spend a lot of mana
All
on
right,
that.
we need to spend time on the next one. How many artifacts with mana value 4 or 5 are there?
Oh
Well,
wow,
rare.
you're grading me.
Transit Mage?
Yeah,
How is that you?
I'm a trans it.
Oh my god!
Nice. I'm glad I
I've
caught
not
you
done
with
enough.
that.
I've not done enough cryptic crosswords for that. I'm sorry.
It's also a classic joke. So you just have
Right.
to
I
give it to me.
also, yeah, I've definitely heard my fair share of those, but probably still not half as many as you.
um. Okay. Yeah. I think that, if this card finds a card,
Oh
right?
wait, I just realized. You know what this finds? I just did my Swaggle search.
Hole Drifter.
Correct. It's unbeatable.
It sure isn't. But
It unfortunately doesn't crew the Hole Drifter. That's pretty
so
bad.
okay. So if we agree that if this finds something, it's good, right? Like
Very good.
pretty good. But like
Like at least a 7 if it finds something.
yeah, but like if it does, obviously if it doesn't find something, then it's bad.
Oh yeah,
I
I'm gonna
think,
play the Wreck Remover. I'm gonna put the Wreck Remover in my deck with this thing. It's gonna be
and
great.
I think that you okay. The thing is, I think you need I think you need like
Two.
multiple, right? Like two.
Two.
Yeah,
Two.
two is multiple.
I might play it in my deck with 1, but it'll be sketchy. It might not be very good in my
It would
deck.
have to be a really good one,
Yeah,
right? Like
like Hole Drifter.
a bomb. No.
uh, I think the card's overall going to be good. I mean, 2 is probably hard to get to.
So okay,
There aren't that many
I'll
when I'm
just
looking.
I'll tell you how I graded this card. I graded this card by declaring that numbers are fake for this card because like you'll I think you'll like have an idea of when you want it,
Ooh.
and therefore I gave it a fake number that is not an integer and one that incorporated some numbers that were on the card, a 4.5, because it finds a card with mana value 4 or 5.
Very disappointing, Jason.
You're welcome to be disappointed in me.
Yeah. I'll call it a 5.
Okay.
There's not enough things for it to find. It's gonna be too hard to find one. I wanted to give it a 6 though.
Next card, can we agree that this is new and
I have to, I
card?
have to, I have to, I have to make sure I understand it. To draw a card. Oh, I mean, yeah, it stinks, but like, what if you are milling your opponent out?
You're not milling your opponent out. It's
How do you
really
know?
hard to both get max speed and then mill your opponent out.
Well, I've got the rest of my deck. Is what's the card?
We don't have like intimidation campaigns.
Yeah, I'm stretching here.
You're really stretching.
Man, it costs 3 mana. That's so much. It should
Not only
cost
does it
like
cost 3 mana, it costs one blue.
it should cost like 1 mana. Then I'd be kind of actually even 2 mana. I'd be kind of hyped.
Yeah.
For like the Maze Mind Tome.
Okay, you know what it should be? This should be a vehicle. Like a 3/3 with crew 1.
It should help you get max speed.
Yeah.
Uh,
It should say.
what if it was like whenever you draw a card other than your first,
Yeah,
the
exactly.
opponent loses 1 life?
You should say. It should just say whenever you draw a card other than your first, increase your speed or something. I don't know. That would be cool.
All right. Good
Okay.
talk.
Yeah.
It's a bounce draw card with an interesting case where you spend 1 mana on it.
I don't. Okay, I think that case is like fake, right? Like there's.
It's interesting.
It
My
has
word
to
for
be
it. Yeah.
exactly mana value 1.
I don't get that at all.
Okay, there's one thing that you can do. Oh wait, no. Creature
Is
vehicle
there?
opponent controls. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I was thinking the same lines too. It also, yeah. I mean, okay, ignore it. It's a good card.
It's a
Like
good
that's
card,
like,
yeah. But it's ignore the top line. It's just bounce a thing, draw a card.
yeah. Is that a 7? I think.
That's what
Yeah.
I generally rate that as.
Yeah. All right. Stock up. It's pieces of the puzzle. Never mind. That's not. Unfortunate.
It's
I like
it's
it though.
it's slow memory deluge.
I'm not
Front
supposed to
half.
play this card, but I'm going to. The 5.
Yeah, I think this is like I think I generally put divination at 4. I think this is slightly better than divination. I'll put it at 5.
Much better than divination. Divination calls 3.
In limited, okay, yeah, sure, fair. Divination can be a 3. I think it's on the border between 3 and 4, but like
Yeah.
I think in limited the difference between stock up and divination is like not that high. But
I don't know. 2/2 for 4. However, very defensive and crazy exhaust. Wow.
is it a crazy exhaust? It makes it a 5/5. That's not that
No,
crazy.
no, no. The crazy is the mana cost on the exhaust.
Okay, sure, that's fair. Crazy negative.
Yeah. I mean, that's powerful, the -1.
Yeah, but it's also on a like really terrible
4
bottom.
mana. I'm confused, but I think it's at least decent.
I put a 4. I'm
Wow,
between
me
like
too.
4 and 3 because I feel like it depends on how good. It's possible that text is really bad. Actually, I'm gonna put 3 because vehicles I think make the text worse. Clearly, right?
They still get the crew, and then the vehicle's kind of big, and it doesn't affect it much. They're not going wide; they're going kind of tall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um.
but I actually am valuing the exhaust a bit.
Yeah. I don't like 7 mana exhaust.
Me neither. All right,
Affinity for artifacts. Oh
before
boy.
flying,
Oh boy.
then it is an artifact. So I mean, okay, if you pay 3 mana for this deal, you can't do that on turn 3.
Well, you can.
No, you can't. You can't. All right. Unless you name me a 2-drop that creates 2 artifacts, you can't.
Well, there is a 2 drop that creates 2 artifacts, but not on turn 2.
Yeah. Huh.
Okay, but
I
how do you feel
mean,
about turn 1 Grim Bauble? Surely you can draw Grim Bauble even if you can't draw a 1 drop.
I can't cast it on turn 1 though.
You
Cannot.
never have basic Swamp Grim Bauble in the same hand?
No, they have to play a creature. I have to be on the
You're
draw.
on the
They have to play.
draw.
They have to play a creature on turn
Well,
1.
well, hey, all I'm saying is that if
This is the
you
most
don't,
fantasy land ever.
all I'm
I
saying is
already
if
told you you can't play 1-drop. So now you're asking you to draw 1-drop and your opponent draw a 1-drop and you lost a die roll.
okay,
Triple parlay.
all I'm saying is that, if you're not casting 1 drops, someone at the table has to be.
No, no one's ever done it.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, okay. Back to this card. I say 6. Wow, you said
Great.
6 too.
We
Great.
agree.
I
Time
unfortunately
for the
spoiled
Mardu
myself
card
on this one.
reference.
Yeah. Bounce this thing, reduce their speed, hopefully. Like
Yeah.
Berg Strider.
It's better. Bounce is better than Bergstrider, generally, I would say.
Yes, for sure. And it also doesn't cost no, and it also reduces the speed, and it also is an artifact. Yes,
Yes.
many things. That adds up to 8.
I said 9.
I saw, unfortunately.
I think this card is really good. I think reducing speed is really nice.
I think pushed is very good. I think 9 is amazing.
Wait, so okay, let me describe how amazing this card is. Your opponent has gotten to max speed. They're beating you down. They're ahead on board. You
Yeah.
play this
Oh,
card, you
that's
add a
yeah.
4/4 to the board. You bounce their creature, so it's really hard for. So like you added a creature and removed one of their creatures, so it's gonna be
So they can't get
hard
it
for
back.
them to like gain
That
back
is
that
amazing.
speed. And now they're no longer at max speed, so their creatures are also now worse.
Yeah, it's true.
I think this card is really good at stabilizing you. But
True.
we'll see.
Yeah. It's close to a 9. All right. Yeah, this was confusing to me. Exchange control. At first, I was like, "What? That sucks." But then, if I saw it more like a graphed out identity sort of thing, where you sack a creature, gain control. Oh, maybe that does have applications. However, I don't know what you're sacking, what you're giving them. That sucks. Like, sure, there's those 1/1 tokens or whatever, but not
Giving
that
them
many of them.
like you probably
And
want
then
to
they
give
actually
them.
have it. It's not just gone to the graveyard; they have it.
Yeah. You want to give them
And
like a trinket, right? Not like an actual creature or a vehicle.
you have to give them a trinket. Yeah. You're cycling if you can't give it a trinket. And that's why the cycling is pretty big here.
I gave this a 2. The only thing that made me not call this an Uno card is the cycling.
Oh. Yeah, I'm not going that low. If you have enough tokens, this can be pretty good, I think.
I don't think so.
I mean, I'm gonna say 3 though.
Okay, let's look at blue.
You mean the total?
Wow, our averages are neck and neck.
Yeah, so that means
5.4
I'm
neck
higher
and
on
neck.
it than you.
5.54 for me.
Yeah. So that means I like blue more than you. At least,
I don't think
like,
that's what
relative
that
to
means.
white.
That's literally not what it means.
It actually kind of is though, because like the numbers are fake and relative is more meaningful.
Okay.
Like we're just grading on different scales slightly.
Yeah, I don't know. I like blue. I like blue.
Yeah, me too. I mean, you even like it more than white.
I do like it more than white. Yeah.
I like it a lot more than white.
I like the exhaust stuff. Blue has more exhaust stuff than white does.
Yeah. All right, apparently you hate all the black cards.
Yes, I hate all
I was
the
not
black
expecting
cards.
to hate all the black cards. So hopefully I don't get too biased by you.
Okay.
But maybe the black cards also I can all agree. But
Well,
I
how do you
wasn't
feel
expecting
about
to believe that.
1/1 Death Touch with an
I like
activate
that.
ability?
I like it.
How much do you like it?
Uh,
Would you say it's nice
it
or
might be a
strong?
5.
Okay,
5.
nice. I'm
Okay.
glad we agree. We
Wait, did I
both
grade this
all
one already? No, I didn't.
we both already graded Grim Bauble as a 7. I think it's like not
Well, what's an
particularly
important
okay.
card though?
What?
This is a pretty important card.
I agree
Like
it's pretty important, but it's
every
also
deck's gonna
very
play this one.
controversial.
Yeah, but if we don't spend time on it, we're gonna like not understand how good the black cards are. We're gonna
Okay,
like
we've
forget that
spent
there's a good
time on
black
it.
card. All right. Yes, I agree.
Okay. How do you feel about sanitarium skeleton-esque cards in general?
I like them, but this one costs 2 mana, so that's not the same.
It also costs 4 mana, which is also not the same.
Yeah. However, it does. I don't know what. There's not that much crew for, but I guess it can do that. Now this is pretty mediocre.
Yeah.
However, it is a 2-drop. Can I give it a 4? Probably not. I think it's mediocre.
I gave it a 4 actually. I just think that
Yeah.
it has like it's a 2-drop that like cruise.
Yeah, I mean you might have to play it. Like if the other 2-drops don't impress me more, then this is gonna go in my deck. Let's see. 1/3 flying when it enters Surveil 2. Oh, I like that. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
Is it just at least a 5? You give it a 6? I'm tempted.
I gave it a 6. You know my theory about 2 mana 1/3s maybe being good. That's why I gave
Right,
it.
but I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about Surveil 2. So, and I'm thinking about engines and stuff.
Yeah, like I was thinking a 2 mana 1/3 flyer would be like a 4.
All right, so far I'm lower on black than you.
And then Surveil 2 would like bump it up by 2 grades to make it a 6.
Yeah. But I'm also lower on this next card.
Maximum Overdrive.
Yeah. I have already given my spiel about how I'm not into the combat tricks. This one's
It puts a plus.
kind of a
Okay,
good combat
we've
trick.
seen
But
this without the +1/+1 counter before, and I think that's been like a 4.
yeah, I agree.
And yet you put this as a 3.
Oh, this is a little crazy. I mean, yeah, that's not. I'm just gonna stick to 4.
I don't know. I'm this for me is in the like all my black decks want a copy of it range, and like
But then your black decks are not gonna have any creatures left over. I use it to defend your creature.
but
Maybe you
it has
will.
indestructible. What do you mean it doesn't have
Okay,
any?
okay, okay. I'm just so biased against spells. All right, fine. It's a 5.
Nice.
I might not play it though. 3/2. Creatures, 1 power. When it dies, surveil 1.
Combat prof with no keywords, or maybe the keyword surveil.
I don't hate it. I call it a 4.
I called it a 3. I kind of do hate it. I feel like
It's a 4/2. That surveils. Like, it probably surveils twice. That's a lot for 3 mana.
I guess this is kind of like the like 3 mana 2/3 red creature from some random D&D set that like gives a thing +1/+0.
Okay.
I don't know. I think 3. I don't know. I'm gonna say at 3. I don't like this card, but another one
Here's
of
a 2
these
3.
max speed draw a card cards.
Wait, you can activate this any number of times. You just attack on turn 4, and it like could be a 4/5 they can't block.
It could be a 4/5 they can't block. Yes.
That's pretty good.
Is it?
This card's great.
You play a 2/3 on turn 3, and then you attack on turn 4, and they
It's
don't block it,
unblockable.
and then you don't, and then
Now
you
you're
don't
on,
pump it, and then you deal your opponent 2.
and you increase your max speed,
I
and
think
then
this is.
eventually it dies, and then you draw a card.
Are you rating this better than the Windrake?
I forget. I'm rating this a 6. Would I rate the Windbreak?
The Windrake was also a 6.
Okay, good.
I think this is worse than the Windrake. I've rated it a 5.
Wait, the Windrake, like, didn't have text besides the exile from yard, right?
No, but like it's like I think
Yeah,
it's
it's
more
totally the
consistent.
same. Totally the same.
I don't know. I think the Windrake is much more consistent.
On turn 6, it has 5 synthetic power. All right, risky shortcut. Each player loses 2 life. That's nice.
That does speed you up. That's why it's a shortcut.
Risky, yeah. I like it.
It's a divination.
Better than divination.
Yeah, marginally.
Yeah, only marginally. Okay, it's a 4.
Yeah. I'm glad you
uh,
agree.
Been
Murder.
out. Better than murder. Wow. And they better make the murder work like this.
Yeah, yeah.
Not really. You could just wait for them to crew it and then kill it, but
Yeah,
sure.
I think it's so good that they made this the
Yeah.
murder like this.
Yeah, and if it they could still like make you waste your mana by playing a vehicle if it didn't have that text. All right. 7.
I gave it a 6 because I just like murder. I don't like 1 black.
Oh, I like murder. I mean, obviously I understand double dips, but like I also like 4 mana to kill something.
Yeah. I don't know. I think 1 black is similar to 3 in the black often enough.
I think it's less than 3 in a black,
I agree.
but not much less.
It's less than 3 in the black, but it has other
Okay.
implications. Right?
And 3 in a black is already good.
Yeah. But I give both of those 6s. Okay, well, this one we have a large disagreement in my favor. I gave this a 7. I maybe gave this a 7 because this was the only black card I liked. But you gave this a 4. I don't know. I just think that this is like a big vampire spawn. I'll give it a 6.
That's how I was thinking about it too. And then I was thinking like I probably can only get like 2 drains out of it.
Ooh. Now imagine you play this, and then turn 5 you play the blue-black uncommon. It'll
Oh
drain them
boy.
for 5.
3, 2, yeah. I mean, how good is that though? I guess your 1/1s are pretty good.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. This is definitely better than a 4. I don't know why I said 4. But I'll stop at 5.
Okay. Next one we agreed was a 3. It just like doesn't do anything, kind of.
Well, it does one thing. It spreads 1 card.
Yeah. Well, then it also cruise 2 to be a 4/3.
No, it doesn't do that.
Yeah.
It might drain them for 1 if you're lucky.
Yeah.
I don't know, what did I say? 3?
You said 3.
Damn,
I
harsh.
also said 3.
That's harsh.
I don't know.
Oh well.
I think it's harsh but fair.
Guess so. I thought so. Yeah. Oil Gorger.
I just want to say that the Ripclaw Wrangler gives me like Fanatic of the Harrowing vibes.
What is that?
Oh, I guess you didn't play Duskmourn. 4 mana 2/2, they discard a card. And you can also make yourself Rummage in addition to that.
Oh. Yeah, actually no, I did play that card. Is it bad?
No.
I played it.
Or sorry, yes. It was bad. It wasn't good, is what the answer I was in. Is the question I was
Okay.
Anyway,
I thought it was kind of fun. Anyway.
I do like my 3/3 flyers better than you. Apparently by 2 steps this time.
This one costs 5 mana.
I'm gonna okay, I'll give the 4. I don't know. I like that it can have lifelink.
Man, there's like it's the only card Black I rated higher than you was like the Murderer. Like there's also one other. Yeah,
no, you've rated both 3 drops higher than me by 1.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, how do you feel about this this removal?
5 mana whole thing, game 2.
I should.
It's not good, but it's not the worst. I'll say 4.
Yeah, I put down a 3, but I think I was just being really pessimistic about Black when I put down the 3. So I changed it to 4. And how do you feel about a semi-large thing? This one's kind of
artifact
weird,
and/or creature card in your graveyard.
but
I like it. You draw it early cycle, draw it late, costs 2 mana, boom. It's good.
Like it's still only a 5/4 though.
It costs like 2 mana.
But it's still only like a 5/4. I don't know. Like,
what is your problem with 2 mana 5/4?
The like you have to like it's only 2 mana like late into the game, and at that point like I don't know if like the 4 toughness really gets me. I'm like I feel like so many things can like trade with that.
But it costs 2 mana. You can trade. It's okay.
Yeah, but like if once you're late in the game, it's like anyways. I gave it a 4 for its time.
I'm gonna give it a 6.
Okay.
I think this is like not only going in all my decks, it's gonna be good. Not all my decks, but like I want to be surveilling and whatever else. And I think this card has really low floor, really high ceiling.
I'm just
really high floor, high ceiling. Yeah.
Okay, well that was the comments.
Okay.
Uncommons.
I don't know how are you gonna say you don't like this card? Are you gonna say you don't like the Locust Spray? You better not say that.
I don't know. Want to find out?
Okay, I am gonna give this card a 6.
I gave it a 5.
Okay, it could be worse.
I think that it's fine. My problem with it is that like okay, yeah, like my problem with it is that like when you get them, right? Like when you like give something -1/-1, like
got it.
You don't get them that much, right? It's no fungal infection levels of getting them.
Yeah, but you did get them a little bit.
Yeah.
And when you don't get them, you get yourself, but only a little bit.
Yeah, so I think it's very like average, like nice, you know. Anyways, next one is nice though. Next one's really nice.
Sacrifice artifact or creature.
The fabled Bone Splinters we've been talking about.
But you sack your vehicle to
draw a card. Yeah.
This fixes my problem. It causes them problems. Oh yeah, do you think, like, in general, you're gonna very often be like intentionally pointing removal spells at creatures rather than vehicles, even if the vehicle is like slightly bigger?
I think it depends a lot.
Yeah, I know, but like, how large of a play pattern do you think that will loom in the format?
I think it'll happen less than half of the time, less than a third of the time. No, less than half of the time. Maybe more than a third of the time. I don't know. Like when you're
Two
at like
copies of this
crossroads.
in your deck. I don't know which card I'm talking about, but the -1/-1, yeah, you probably don't want two copies of that.
Yeah,
That's
that's why I
okay.
gave it a 5. That's a classic
These
5
are
game.
uncommons. It's pointless to evaluate them in multiple.
It's pointful. I would say it's pointful.
It's not a big factor in how good the card is. The diminishing returns on it is not a big factor there. Like,
Anyways,
yes, you will sometimes have the option to put two, but it's not going to matter very much that you can't or that you prefer not to. This one is similar. You probably don't want to play that many bone splinters in your deck. I don't really.
maybe I do.
I hate bone splinters personally. I'm probably gonna be much lower on this card than you. I don't even know what fodder there's gonna be. I know there's like some like pilot tokens, but like, do I even want to sacrifice those? I think there's even like some vehicle tokens, but those are really probably like rares or something.
Yeah, there's rares that make vehicle tokens.
Yeah. There aren't like that many cheap vehicles that are.
There's a bunch of ETB vehicles though.
Yeah. Okay. This is fine. I really hate bone splinters.
Okay, but imagine playing your whole drifter and then sacking it to this.
That sounds good. That sounds good. I'm in. I'm in for that. I don't know. I definitely can't go higher than 6. Want to just say 5 though. I'll see 5 and then I'll see what you said.
Oh no.
8? Oh my god. That's outrageous. But you do force me to say 6. But in conversation, you must say 7. Okay. Deal?
No, I don't know. I think this card's quite good. Like we literally have Grim Bobble too. I just think there's enough like
Okay,
ETB vehicles and such that like you can just use this.
Grim Bobble is a big one. That's a big plus for this card. And Grim Bobble is going to be hard to come by, but that's a big synergy.
Yeah.
That makes me satisfied with my 6.
Okay, well, let's move on. How do you feel about Thoughtseize with cycling? Well, not Thoughtseize. I don't know what this is called.
This is better than Thoughtseize.
Divest.
Divest. Okay. This is Dreams of Steel and Oil with cycling. It's literally Dreams of Steel and Oil, right?
Well, it doesn't exile from graveyard, but sure. And that mattered because it was an unearthed set. But
okay, I think this is fine. Maybe even decent.
Oh, you already graded this, I guess. Yeah, okay.
What did I say?
Yeah. We have a string of things that you graded. You gave it a 5.
Yeah.
I gave it a 3. I don't know.
Okay. You think you just don't want to play it? I think it's pretty safe.
I'll give it a 4. Fine. It has cycling. I just think that like I don't know.
It might even be like
cycling 3 is a lot of cycling, and I don't generally want to play this effect in my deck.
Why not?
I just don't. I don't know.
What are you afraid of? What's gonna go wrong?
Like, I like look at their hand and they like don't have any good cards to like. I don't care about any of the cards I could take.
That sounds like a good problem to have.
Well, like I don't know. Maybe they're playing a 3-mana draw, the like 7-mana draw 3.
What?
Like the blue-white card or something. Like there could be impactful things.
Yeah, no. If they have non-creatures, that's a problem.
Yeah.
That's I don't want it to whiff, and I don't want the good card that matters to be untakeable. That's bad.
Basically, what I'm saying is it doesn't have to whiff, right? Like it doesn't have to full whiff. It's just like
that's true.
If you can't take their best card, this card is like pretty mediocre. And the problem is
they need to have a best card that isn't a creature. Or
I think often you might would rather take a removal spell than a creature, right? Like
Yeah, removal spells are real.
Anyways,
You can take Grim Bubble though.
that's true. I think we can move on from this. But
yeah, I guess we're not gonna settle that disagreement.
Wretched Doll. 2 mana, 3/1, Surveil 1. Okay, I'm gonna join you down at 3. I don't know, this card's pretty whatever.
Wait, I give it a 3?
Yeah.
It's a 2 mana free one. How can it be a 3? Oh, because it has no text?
Yeah.
That's a good reason. I'm kind of surprised I gave it a 3, but I'll stick with it, I guess.
Momentum Breaker. Nice
Edict.
Pixie card, maybe?
Nice what?
Pixie? Oh, we don't talk about constructed.
Oh, yeah. We can talk about constructed. I don't have any constraints.
I like.
I know you do, but whatever.
I like that this card, like, at least always trades for a card. Like, they can't avoid trading for a card.
But I don't like edicts in general. You need to like.
Yeah, I gave this a 5 mostly because it gained.
It's like an edict that gives you a food token.
Yeah, I like edicts that give me a food token.
I don't. Okay, it does. I like the discard text though.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it that much. I don't really know why that'd come up, but good. Yeah, 4 is safe.
This card.
So Raider. Oh, this I do not know what to think of this one because it's always gonna whiff. It's gonna whiff. But the thing is, if it hits, it's so good.
If it hits, it is pretty nice. Well, okay, let's center things a bit. If it hits, it's like a fancy burglar rat. It's like it's better than burglar rat, but like
much better.
Like you got
like sure you didn't choose which card they discard, but they didn't get to choose either.
Yeah, it's like they discarded a random card, kind of.
Yeah, much better than burglar rat.
But
then
it doesn't hit.
Well, but then it becomes a 3/2 as menace.
Does it though? You can't get max speed if you're playing 3 mana 2/1s with no text.
It's not no text. You get to learn their hand. You hit probably 40% or something like that.
No, less than that, I think. I gave
on turn 3. You think it's less than 40%?
Yeah, I think so. I gave this a 3, and I'm not willing to budge. Except downwards. You can convince me downwards, but not upwards.
All right, moving on then. 3 mana 7/2. What the heck? I think you probably hate this card. You probably think 2 times this is unplayable or something.
I gave it a 3,
and you might be right.
It trades. It certainly trades.
Well, I'm gonna sneak it through. I'm gonna
with what?
Remove their creatures. I'm gonna give this indestructible or something. I don't know.
Give it -2/2 until end of turn for 1 mana.
No, you're not playing black. You can't do that.
Oh, that's right. You're not wrong.
I don't know. Fourth turn. I also think that green-black might commonly be using synergies involving creatures with no text. And this is a creature with no text.
I don't think there's very many, but
there's 2 cards, and they're both kind of good.
One of them's good. One of them's debatable, I would say.
Okay, I agree. Actually.
Okay. We can move on. There's not much to talk about.
Will to return a creature. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a Gravedigger.
What did I say?
I said 5. I said 7.
It's a good one to sacrifice to your Bone Splinters.
I like that this is a Gravedigger for 1 mana less than we usually get. Obviously, it's a vehicle, which isn't excellent.
Yeah, it's a really bad vehicle.
Well, it's easy to crew, so you
can trade it off. That's good.
Yeah.
And then I think the Bone Splinters is nice.
Yes, you can return more copies of this, but you have to mill 2 each time, and I think that's the gate where you can't. If you keep looping this, you mill out pretty fast.
Sure. You talk about the 6. 7 is kind of crazy to me.
Okay. But I just think good Gravediggers are 7s, and I think this is a good Gravedigger. The 3 power is nice too. I think with crew 1, and a Gravedigger plan, usually you're able to trade that kind of thing.
I wonder how often we're gonna do the use the crew 1 vehicle to crew the crew 3 vehicle.
Yeah, maybe sometimes.
That's a funny
Vehicles on
situation.
vehicles. Anyways,
Yeah.
how do you feel about Case of the Stashed Skeleton?
Okay, you can't tell me like what. Okay, never mind.
You gave this
First
a
of
7 and
all,
I
this
gave
one
it a
can
5.
block. Wait, I mean, the hard part is getting max speed, but hopefully you'll get there eventually. Then that's great.
Okay, the thing I hate about like I think consistently I'm rating these max speed cards lower than you when they like are bad like they're creatures that do not attack well. And this falls into that where I don't want to play my 3 mana 2/2 to try to like get max speed, right? I think playing this makes it
I'm not trying to get max speed.
well
I'm
then
trying to like benefit from having max speed.
the thing is like you need to like get max speed somehow, right? And
Yeah,
playing this
that's not
makes
what this
it
card is for.
harder for you to get max speed.
I'm not even playing this on turn 3. I'm
No, like whenever
yeah.
you play this, it's just hard. Like if you just
It's
have
not
cards like
for getting max speed. It's for benefiting from max speed. It's a
I just don't
payoff,
think
not an
I
enabler.
think you need more of your deck to work towards that. And like I
What do
don't
you
know.
mean? Like I don't like. It's weird because like yeah, you've been about the enablers higher, but even though like the payoffs on those are always worthless, I feel like you
Okay,
need some cards that are just payoffs.
let me pose a different question.
Yeah.
How would you rate 3 black 2/2 ETB demonic tutor?
Wait, 3 black 2/2 ETB Denon Tutor.
Yes.
I think that might be playable.
Yeah, but it's not a
But
7. And I think this is
yeah, it's not
worse
a
than
7.
that. I think this
It's
is
like a
worse
5.
than that.
How could it be?
It's worse because you can't always activate the max speeds. Sometimes it's just a 3 mana 2/2.
No, like you have the whole game. You have the whole game. There's no rush.
Okay, demonic tutor gets worse as the game goes on, not better, is my claim.
I think it varies. I don't see a clear trend. But I'll come down to 6. I mean, that's fine. I
Like
agree.
demonic
But
tutor is
like,
best
it's a
when you
good
can
card.
demonic tutor is best when you can fit in the 2 mana wherever you want. This is also why case is so awkward often because like you don't get
I
to
don't. I
choose
don't
when
care.
you crack it. But
Yeah.
anyways, I feel strongly that this card is not good. I might even put it as okay. I'm gonna put it as a 4.
Yeah.
This
You
is
said it was
nonsense.
nice. Yeah.
This is nonsense. I won't stand for it.
But you're still calling it D's. But whatever. All right. This card. I don't remember what I gave it, but I
we both
wanted
gave
to
it a
go
4.
lower probably. Yeah, I probably wanted to go lower, but like in the end, I had to admit that like maybe you can like mill over it, or like
Yeah.
or like they won't want to trade off with it because it could come back once.
I'm gonna
But like
go
it just
lower. I'm
thinks
gonna
to
give it a
actually
3.
cast this.
I don't like paying 2 life to cast this. I'm gonna give it a 3.
Yeah, me neither. I also don't like paying 4 mana to cast it.
Yeah.
Like it sucks.
Wait, you have to sacrifice an artifact? Okay, no. I'm off it. This is a 3.
Wait, you didn't see that part?
Maybe not.
Wait, hold on. If it didn't have that part, it would be very, very good.
It would be yeah, okay, that's fair.
Like, okay, maybe actually not broken, but it'd be at least a 7, I think, without the sacrifice.
It would be like a 6 at most. I'm giving it a 3.
All right, I can go into it 3. I didn't want to give it a 4.
Okay, can I put down a 1 for you for this next card and
No, I
move
haven't
on?
read it yet.
Okay, it's
Oh, fine.
Stonebreak.
I read it.
Okay, fine. Great.
All right. So to be clear, I had read it already. I didn't recognize from the name in the spreadsheet. I
I
look at
take
it in the
speedrunning seriously,
slideshow.
let's just say. Anyways,
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
the next one, again, it's one of these max speed cards where I'm like, I cost 5 mana on the max speed thing. I don't love it. We both gave it a 4.
Okay. I like the stat line enough to like wait around for the benefit.
As we're
The
aware,
benefit goes hard in the
as
end.
we're aware, you like 5/4s more than I do.
Yeah,
Whereas
I mean, to
live
be clear, I would
streaming,
never play a 5/4, but I will cast a 5/4 and be not losing the game immediately. Yeah.
The problem is that like installing and putting live split on OBS would be
Would cost
be the
time.
opposite
Yeah.
of time save. It would lose time. So we
Yes.
can't do that.
Unfortunately, we didn't. We also had limited time to prepare for
Yes.
this.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
I mean, just to be clear, like the set has been out for hours,
Yes.
right? Like this is as fast as it can possibly get.
The set has been out for
The set is
hours.
world record, right?
Julian had a work day.
Yes. Like, yeah.
All I
right.
had not quite
Back
that,
on.
but
Yeah.
let's get back on track. Anyways,
You're correct.
so reanimate plus pilot. This is kind of like making the vehicle into a creature, right?
Yeah. It's better than that, arguably, as we've been talking, right?
Yeah. I
But it costs
still,
an extra mana.
yeah, I'm still giving this a 7 because it costs an extra mana, and I think that's big.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm still giving it a 6.
Yeah, the last one I gave an 8 to be clear. So,
Yeah. Did I give that one a 6 as well?
I think so.
Okay. Well, I'm sticking at 6 for this. No, I might have said 7. You might have talked me up.
I don't know. Next one, Chef at Archfiend. I gave this a 6 because of like reanimate upside. That might be aggressive. I don't know.
Okay. I want to like it. I want the ETB to be really good, but it probably won't be, and I probably never cast it because it's too expensive. But wait, okay. So how many reanimates are there? We've seen 2 already. How many more?
We've seen
Rare.
3. We've seen the white one, the black one, and the Golgari one. I think that's the only ones. There might be some at rare.
Okay.
They're all uncommons.
So okay, you can probably get 1 at least. 2 would be make this start being really nice.
I think it's a similar structure to Ikoria's reanimation.
Okay, sure. I kind of forget how often you did the cycling reanimate thing in Ikoria, though.
Yeah.
Probably
anyways.
not much because the playable decks were not the monster decks. I'll go up to 5.
Okay, nice. I have baited you into being even more above my average. For reference, our averages are 4.7 and 4.65 for black, which is
Okay.
for me this is like my lowest average by like
A lot.
0.7 or 0.65. For you, it's your lowest average by like 0.2.
0.2 so far.
Yeah, so far. Red and green currently look like they're very low averages, but that's because you have a bunch of blanks.
Yeah, this did not seem clearly worse than white to me. So
I think this is pretty clearly worse than white, but obviously, yeah. I don't know. Anyways, shall we move on to red, or do you want to break?
It's probably the best time for a break, right?
Okay, let's take like a 5-minute break. Is that?
Yeah.
Great.
Yep.
Maybe I'll go to like BRB. And we're back. Back and better than ever. Because we're past black, and therefore we're better than ever. So, Dynamite Diver. I gave it a 7, you gave it a 6. I like my
I graded this card? Who knew I graded this card? I guess in your head, you're going to play a max speed card on turn 2, and this will be pretty nice. And then when it dies, it'll increase your speed again.
Yeah, exactly. Nice that's actually exactly my thought.
Yeah. Well, I'm still going to say 6, though. It's still a 1/1.
I think there's a lot of 1/1 tokens in the set, is another thing.
Oh, so and actually
it kills pilot
tokens. There's also a fair number of 3/1 type of creatures too.
Yeah.
Which is part of why I really like that black cycling -1/-1 card.
Yeah, I just thought that there were enough things I wanted to give this a 7. I think this could be very premium. I think
I guess even as a top deck, it can still do some saddling pretty well.
Yeah.
All right, you talked me up. That's enough.
You put it in the wrong.
That part makes it a pretty reasonable top deck, I think.
You still put it in the wrong space. in fact, you overweighted it. Okay.
Yes. Okay. We fixed it.
Okay.
That's a very complicated mistake.
So this is kind of like a fireball.
Yeah, hard to evaluate because the one that gave trample was really good. It was this card, but with trample, it was great.
Yeah, the one from Midnight Hunt or something.
Yeah, but the trample is kind of the whole point. You know, it was +X+O, so you gotta find something that has trample to target this with.
Yeah, but I don't know.
So I think it stinks because I compared it to Sure Strike, notable mediocre card. And it did not compare favorably to Sure Strike.
It did not. No, it does not even compare favorably to the +1/+0 Scry 1 kind of tricks that we get on
exactly
for 1 mana. So yeah.
Right. So I don't know why I gave it a 4. I gave it a 3 now.
Great. It could be nice for putting some damage against someone. It has some use cases. It's just
Yeah, but even as a fireball, it's not very efficient. I don't know. I mean, it's literally fireball, but fireball's not.
I love what I'll say about this card and why I gave it a 6 tier 4 is that I love Soul Rings.
Soul Ring? There's no way Soul Ring is still good after you have max speed. You have to tap it.
Well,
this is a vanilla 3/1 that starts your max speed, I guess. That's what it does.
Yeah, but it's at least a 3/1.
We gave the 3/1 that could surveil for mana a 3 or something, right?
But that one doesn't start your engines.
Yeah, you gave it 3 entire whole grades because it starts your engines.
I don't know. I just think you can use this mana. Okay, fine.
Okay, I gave it a 4. I'm considering going down to 3.
I'll give it a 5.
Being red, being a 3/1 is better for a red card.
I'll give it a 5. Okay. Oh, this is the Fable token we were talking about.
Yes, this one's... Okay, you have to saddle it, but it is a Fable token.
Yeah. It being a 2/2 nice. Is kind of unfortunate.
Yeah. Did I say 4 on this? I did.
I also said 4. Nice. Grid has lots of 2-drops.
Yeah. This one is better than.
I don't like that has one tough. The 2/1 body is great, but it is nice to make it a 4/3. I guess it's just
it's nice to have haste.
Yeah.
Well, not that nice on a 2/1, but
it's decent, one might say, since we both gave it a 4.
Okay, good.
This one you didn't grade.
All right, Flash. 2/1 and 2/0 trample. It's a stupid vehicle. This is like Rimrock Knight.
This is Rimrock Knight. This is
exactly.
This is almost exactly Rimrock Knight.
Hey, it has a lot of differences in Rimrock Knight. I'm not sure why we agree it's Rimrock Knight.
For example, it can't block in a different way from Rimrock Knight.
Rimrock Knight did not give trample, yeah?
It did not. Rimrock Knight very much did not give trample.
Yeah. All right.
This also costs 1 less mana than Rimrock Knight.
Okay, in some senses, but also one more in other senses. So
What? What do you mean 1 more? What sense
the
does
trick
this?
part. The
What?
trick part costs 2 instead of 1.
Okay, sure. That's
Yeah.
fair.
Um. Okay. I saw you gave it a 7, but I cannot in good conscience give
What?
this a 7.
Rimrock Knight was like one of the
Yeah,
best
this is worse
combos.
than Rimrock Knight.
No, this is
I'm
better
sorry.
than Rimrock Knight. What?
It's worse.
No, this is better. This is definitely better.
Like,
Generally, vehicles are generally vehicles are going to be better than like vehicles with very easy crews are going to be better than not blocking because like it only
oh, the
matters
not
the
block
first turn you
part.
play it, and the next few turns you just like play creature crew, right? And this gives trample, and it costs 1 less.
I don't know if I agree with the being a vehicle being less downside. It's pretty bad downside. And like you kind of like some of you Rimrock Knight, you play it without the trick.
Yeah,
This is
you
a
can
lot
do
worse
that
to do
here
it.
too. You can just flash
A
it,
lot
like you're
worse.
allowed to flash it in for 2 mana
Yeah.
when on an empty board. I don't know. I think this card is
Okay,
very
maybe
good.
maybe it is. Maybe it is good.
It gives trample.
Yeah, the trample is really.
Like there's a
It's
huge
like it's
difference.
like adding 3 damage or something,
Yeah, there's a huge
or it's actually
difference.
trading up.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. All right. All right. All right. You got me.
Okay. Um, why did I give this a 4? I'm giving I'm giving the tormenting voice a 3.
Yeah, it's like bitter reunion, but worse.
Yeah.
Much worse.
It's not much worse than Bitter Reunion. It's like basically the same as Bitter Reunion, I think.
Okay, I'll say it's a little bit worse.
Okay. I
Lightning
don't think we need to
strike.
argue about Lightning Strike.
Well, only because we agree. We disagreed, then we'd have to
Okay,
argue.
sure. Now this one.
The 7.
So,
The previous one, I mean. The
oh, yeah, no.
category is
I'm
that
talking
we
about
called
this
the
card
same.
we disagree on. You gave this a 4, and I gave this a 7.
Yeah, I didn't believe in the whole bone shard thing. I didn't believe there's stuff to sacrifice. But that 2-drop is making me question that.
There's also,
Although
I
it
mean,
only
you can
destroys
also, okay,
artifacts.
so there's also the 1 drop, but like, also consider that this can just be 3 mana destroy target artifact.
Bad.
I agree, that's not the best rate, but when you're killing a vehicle, it's fine, right? Like 3 mana sorcery speed kill something can be fine sometimes, right?
Yes.
And then like
I
if
agree. How often is 3 mana 3/2 no text? Also, like very below rate.
I think it's very, very rarely 3 mana 3/2 no text.
What about on turn 3?
I think that you just don't play this on turn 3. I'm gonna give this
That's
only
a
a 6,
quite the
but
luxury.
I think I actively want copies of this in my deck. I don't know. Like I think it's going to be very easy to like. So okay, so here's a framework, right? I think in your speed decks, you there's like different things that you want. You want cards that are good at building speed and cards that are good at leveraging speed, right? And the cards that are good
Okay,
at
what's the way
building
you're gonna say
speed
this
are kind
phrase?
of like shitty creatures sometimes, right? Like
Yeah.
it's really nice to
Well,
like
they're shitty creatures, except they have max speed on them, so then they become better creatures.
well, a lot of the shitty creatures also like the max speed thing is exile from your graveyard, right?
Like 2 of them in whatever color pair you're in. Yeah.
But yeah, like I'm just imagining like like the dynamite diver, right? Like the 1 drop. You sack that, kill something. Like after it,
Yeah, we'll see what the red one is. The red, whatever the exile from your yard one is going to be decent, I guess.
yeah, I don't know. I
I don't
think that
know.
I think this card is like legitimately nice.
Okay. Well, you said 6, though. That's better than nice.
Uh, I think this card is strong and close to premium.
Wow. All right, I don't. Let's see if I like this 3 mana speed better. Oh, we were talking about it. Well, you can sacrifice this one to destroy an artifact, and then case 3. No, that's not really something good to me. This one, I mean, charge got to be fine, right? It tramples over to increase the speed, and then
Yeah,
grinds
it's
a
fine.
little. Yeah.
I put it as a 6 because I think just like I think the 3/2 trample like really helps with like it really helps it like trade off and increase speed at the same time, basically.
All right. Feeling Froggy agrees with me on the previous card. Good to hear. Uh, yeah, and this thing, I don't know. I have a pretty high barrier for 6. It's got to be like going to be one of my better above average card in my deck or
Okay,
something.
fine. I
It's
can
going
move
to be
this
pretty
one to a
normal.
5. I'm not
It's a pretty
I'm not moving
normal
on
guy
the.
card.
I think
Yeah, that's fine. You don't have
legitimately
to.
think the artifact destruction
All
thing
right.
is a 6.
The new 3 drop, you cycle it, deal 1 damage each opponent. Oh, I like that. And if you cast it, then it also deals damage to your opponent. So this is like every set has like a red card that deals the damage whenever you cast an instant or sorcery. This is that one. And I mean, the cycling is like still below rate, but like you're gonna do it. And like otherwise, it's pretty good at getting max speed anyway. 1/4. I don't know how much you could be discarding. Probably not that many
Yeah.
times.
I mean,
It's
Duranus
pretty
Tinker was
playable
nice,
though.
but
Yeah, but
that's a different thing.
you can't do that here. I would call this a 5 though.
So
Good, you agreed.
one thing you'll need to note about this card is that you can only increase speed on your turn. So like if you hold up cycling this on your opponent's turn, it will increase speed. That might not matter, but sometimes it really will, and you'll need to like proactively cycle it. Not doesn't
Oh
change the
yeah.
grade, just like play pattern to net.
Oh yeah, that's true actually. I mean, it kind of changes to that reason, but yeah,
Okay, it changes it a bit maybe.
more than a lot of things you bring up. So yeah.
Sure.
All right.
Um.
Here's a
Well,
cycling for red one.
you like this one more than me by two steps.
Interesting. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna be cycling this one a lot. Menace is pretty nice with 6 power though.
I guess. I just feel like I don't want to cast this. I don't know.
Okay, well just cycle it. It's fine.
Well,
Like
yeah, but
you're
I'm not. I don't want
wait,
to
but hold on.
front.
Like I think the like blue red discard deck might just be in the money for anything with cycling one.
Great. I'm giving it a 3. Like,
Wow. I mean, I'll say 4. I
I'm
mean,
not
reading
gonna.
it again, I don't
I'm
like the
not gonna
artifact very much.
Okay. Even if like blue red really wants to take 1 mana cyclers, right? Which
Yeah,
might be true, which is like decently likely to be true. I'm not gonna take this proactively just because of that, right?
right. I mean, I'm not saying it's that
Like,
great. Or
this is
I
not
had it
like
5 before, not 4.
this is not like Ikoria like colorless
I know it's
cyclers,
still not going to be.
right?
Yeah,
Like it's not like anyone can take this take this and just like put
yeah.
it
No, you
into a
have to be doing this thing.
deck with cycling, right? Like
Yeah,
the thing is, no one's gonna take like even if this is good in blue red for the cycling, no one's gonna take it if
yeah.
you're in blue red, right? So you don't need to take it.
Right. I mean, I'm still saying 4. I think it's pretty castable. Like I think it's a fine card if you can crew it. So if you're on a sort of board state where you're not worried about filling the crew, I think you will be happy to cast it.
Sure.
Yeah. Crash and burn.
It's murder.
Kill. Yeah, except for the 9/7. Doesn't kill that
Sure.
one.
So we agreed this was a 6 because we agreed that 3 and a color is the same as one color color.
Uh, we didn't agree on that. I said the one color was better,
Okay.
and I also think this doesn't actually quite kill everything, so it's also that it works that way. So
I don't think that's quite true.
It's close to a 7 though.
Yeah, but it's a 6.
Yeah.
Okay, this one you didn't grade.
Discard a card, draw a card. Oh, wow, that's great. This is a good card.
Yeah. This is
Can I give it a
nice.
7? No, I can't. I want to though. Huh. I'll say 6.
I gave it 1 point for each mana it costs. That is 5. I think
Well, yeah,
that.
but it's just you can't flood with this thing in play. This is like
Yeah,
artist talent.
but like, I don't know. It costs 5.
Okay, you get a reasonable body for your 5 mana. You get a dude.
Okay, I'll give it a
While you're, it doesn't
6.
have to tap. It doesn't have to spend any mana. It just hangs out and makes sure you don't flood.
I guess it has reach. I'll give it a 6.
Yeah, I wanted a 7, but I didn't get it.
I don't think this kind of card can be a 7, but
What is this kind of? I've never seen a card with this crazy ability before. This is they're breaking the format by printing this new ability.
anyways, new 1-drop. It's 1 mana 2/1 with exhaust. I like this a lot. I gave this a 7. You gave it a 8. You like it more than me. Maybe I should give it an 8.
Yeah, I really like looting
I
or
guess it plays
rummaging.
into everything. Great, I'll give it an 8. It's exhaust and discard and speed because it's a 1-drop. Nice. It's like a 4 mana 3/2 rummage 2. Also.
Yeah, yeah. I
Okay,
like
so
the exhaust cards where you can actually imagine just like paying for it all at once and it still being kind of good.
wait, I feel like there's a lot of 5 mana examples of that, but yeah.
We've talked about a couple of those and they didn't sound good to me. So
Okay, sure. Anyways, wow, it's Flourishing Fox. Right.
yeah, but
Well,
I only gave it an 8.
it's worse
Yeah.
in this context, but like Flourishing Fox was a 10.
Yes, it was. I agree. This one is not like you can't make this 3/3 on turn 2, right? You know, not,
It's very hard to, yeah.
it's technically possible, but yeah, not happening.
Yeah, you could cycle 2 of those red cyclers.
Exactly. Like probably literally the only way because you have to play mounted on turn 1. So yeah.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
This art is really getting me. It's literally just a shark pirate. They weren't
Yeah.
joking. It's like actually a shark pirate for once.
Yes.
Right.
Wait, are
Right.
you surprised?
Yeah, I'm surprised. I didn't expect to see a shark pirate on the part of my card.
I feel like
Okay
there are
though.
weirder things, but sure.
uh, I don't know. I don't think it's going to be as broken. Illusion Fox also had cycling 1.
That's fair. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have faith in this still being great.
I
Next
can't
one,
believe how
though.
broken Illusion Fox was. How did they print that? Okay, anyway. Not even in the top 10 design mistakes in that set, so never mind.
Are you counting companions as 1 or 10?
10.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's also not in the top 11, but it's okay.
Emergent Ultimatum was also in that set, by the way. So
what card?
Emergent Ultimatum.
That's fine. I don't mind Illusion Ultimatum.
I
Good
think
card.
Emergent Ultimatum is icky.
It's fun.
But
It's a fun card. Why are you hating Immersion Ultimatum? That's so weird. It was kind of not fun in standard for a while. That's true.
Yeah.
But you need to play that.
I'm hating on it for the standard I didn't play, to be clear. Anyways,
okay.
How do you feel about Road Rage? Shock, but like a shock, basically.
What?
Shock
this is
plus.
way better than Shock.
Yeah, it's fine. Shock plus.
Plus, yeah. This is. Whew, I didn't even know this was in the set. I probably. I think I skimmed it or something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm surprised you gave this a 7. This is at least an 8.
Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Man, you hate these vanilla creatures, huh? Oh, this one I was meaning to lower. I just didn't get a chance to.
Okay.
Yeah, I meant to lower this one.
Okay, I should give it a 1, so our grades are 4-1.
Oh my god. Wait, I think a 3/1 is already like a high 3. So I am gonna do this.
Wait, and you were saying that I was like crazy for like calling the like the other 3-1 like a 5. I feel like the other 3-1 had a lot of upside. If you're on
Wait,
high,
the one that was max speed and taps for 2 mana?
yeah.
The one that had no upside at all? Yeah, that one. Okay.
Okay. Oh, by the way, on the topic of Ikoria design mistakes, just as a tangent, how about the Giants that gets a bunch of keyword counters? I think that was pretty dire in terms of design
Wait,
mistakes.
Crystalline Giant for
Yes.
limited? I don't care. That's fine. It was cool in mono green standard or whatever.
I don't
There
know
are a
about
lot
that.
of really awesome cards in Ikoria. Like Shark Typhoon is a cool one.
Yeah,
And Bad
those
Rock, Apex of whatever. That
there
card
are
is
very few
amazing.
there are very few uh sets with like no like cool cards, right?
I think Ikoria was hit above average. And honestly, I called it the companions design mistakes, but I have to admit I enjoy companions.
Okay.
Yeah.
Julian, you're off the stream.
I'm a I'm a
Let me go find someone
Gigantha
else real quick.
bruiser. I believe in Gigantha. Okay, I hate Yorian, who cares? But like if someone brings up Umori, like the chatter said, then I believe they deserve to have the Umori in their deck if they get supported, you know?
I think it is just bad to have any companions. Anyways, let's continue. We don't need to talk about this vanilla creature. Let's talk about Shatter.
With cycling.
Cycling.
2 mana cycling. I think this is pretty solid. Solid of 5.
Yep, it's a
Nice, you said
classic
that too.
card you want one of in your deck.
I could board in the second one. Who knows? Adrenaline Jockey. Good card. Oh, this is a card that was in Spanish on Trifle. Yeah, okay.
Okay. I wouldn't know that because I was not looking
Yes.
at Skyfall. But I think this card is like good if you get it to a 4/4 with like any speed at all. Or I shouldn't use the word speed, with any
I think it's
quickness.
good even if it didn't have that ability.
Which ability? The
The
first
exhaust
one?
ability.
Oh,
The second one.
wait, I don't think it would be good without the second ability.
I do.
It's a 3-mana 3/3. That's like a 4-ish.
Okay, and was the ability BL5?
The ability doesn't do anything.
Yeah, it does.
Not really, no.
Nice essence scatter you have there.
Yeah, I'll activate my exhaust ability instead. And you have a 3-mana 3
No,
deal.
you have a dead cardboard in hand.
Anyways.
I think the ability is nice.
Okay, sure.
I think the card overall probably a 6.
That is what I said.
Okay.
Ooh, Winota.
It
I
says
forgot
it
about
starts.
Winota.
Yeah.
Sorry.
What do you say?
I said I forgot about Winota.
Oh, that is a design mistake for sure. Yeah. Nothing good for Ikoria.
Anyways, this next one I rated one higher than you. I just like that it's like, you know, the adapt card. This is just like the adapt card from MH2. You know, like the Nightmare.
Okay, don't stop referencing cards. I have played Magic before, but not enough Magic.
Okay, so I barely played MH2, but like the Knighted Mirror from
Yeah.
MH2 was like, you know, a middling common in a Modern Horizon set, right? Which is good news. And that one was this card, except it was an artifact and it was white and it had one less toughness, and that's all. Those are the differences.
Yeah, I'll listen to you describe cards.
Anyways,
Speedrunning.
okay, the thing about this is that the threat of activation is nice. Oh, right. Knighted Mirror you can trigger multiple times. Sure, okay. I just meant middling like on its own, I guess. But shows what I know about MH2 Limited. Anyways, you know what I want to do with this card? Give it +2/+0 and trample.
Okay, then what?
And then activate the ability.
For 5 mana?
Yeah.
That sounds pretty good. You hit for 10.
Yeah.
I guess this helps with some things. I hope I didn't give this like a 3 or something. I think it should be at least like a 5.
You gave it a 5.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
helps. I think it's a 6. I think it has like some awkwardnesses because, you know, it's a 3-mana 2/3 on the front.
Yeah,
like,
I agree with my past self.
okay.
Unfortunately. All right, 3 mana, deal 5, and then deal 2. Boom. Damn. You don't like removal, huh?
Well, I don't like that this can't kill vehicles. It just can't.
Yeah, that's not my plan anyway. But yeah, 2 point.
Like, I don't like that it can't kill vehicles, and like the 2 damage, like sorcery speed removal, just like a bit awkward in some ways, and
Yes.
the activated ability is nice. It kind of makes it like, there's like 5 mana, like kill something and deal 2 to them. But
Yeah.
it's still like it has upsides in being split up, but
Yeah.
also has awkwardness in being sorcery. So I figured, okay, it's a 7. It's not an 8. Like I don't think I can give a 3 mana like sorcery speed kill a thing, with like very little, with like,
Yeah, I'm valuing the 2 damage a lot. I think
yeah.
that's like
I just think
almost
that,
that's like a valuable thing.
yeah, like, okay, I would give sorcery speed 3 mana murder like a like a low 6, right?
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, the 2 damage is a lot, but it doesn't bring it up to 8. It brings it up to 7 or something. I don't
Okay. It brings up date for me.
know. Okay.
Fuel of Flames, tough one. 2 damage each creature. The issue is like in your red deck, are you gonna kill your own stuff?
Yeah,
And
maybe.
I don't know yet.
I mean, I'm hoping,
But
like, I assume the home for this is like, is it? But like, I like that this has cycling. Certainly, this is the kind of
yeah,
thing
of
that's
course.
really nice to have cycling on.
Yeah. But like you do need to have some your deck needs to be capable of generating board states where it's good for you. And some red decks maybe can't.
I mean, I assume this will also just be a sideboard card.
Oh,
But yeah.
well, you can put it in your sideboard if you want. But and yeah, like even if you are that sort of a deck, you'll bring it against white weenie or whatever. Um,
Yeah, I don't know.
but like it has potential to be like a really strong card to like main deck in a slow red deck or something. But what is that? Does that exist?
I think that exists.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I definitely want this to be good. So
How do you like
even say
choosing cons, by the way,
cons.
on Outpost Siege? This card.
Okay. It, I am aware there's a card called Outpost Siege that has like some flavor text, but I'm not just gonna like know it. You know.
It's the like okay, it's the like impulse drawing or bottling or whatever you want to call it, a card every turn text. Anyways,
Yeah.
I like the outside on this card, which is, but like it's also like not amazing without the upside.
I agree. Mm, I don't like it. Did I say I like it? I hope not. I
You
think this
didn't
is
say
like
anything. You need to
okay.
give it a grade.
Is that most of 4? Mm-hmm. Okay, it's a 4.
I said that it was nice because I don't know. I feel like
You
red
think
is
you're gonna get max speed?
I
Yeah.
think red is good enough at getting max speed that I'm willing to say that
And
this
this
is
is the
nice.
sort of payoff you want because it like grinds. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like card every turn has stuff. I don't know. You
This
have to
next
wait.
one we agreed on was mediocre though.
Yeah, Hill Giant, get out of my face. I don't need Hill Giant.
It kind of has haste.
I know. That's like what you do, is it? And you get your +2/+0 and trample again. Your bats. I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of whatever. Next one, kind of a charging Monstrosaur.
Oh yeah, right.
This one, so
I was
I
like,
assume you activate the exhaust ability the turn you play it generally.
that's the plan. That's the plan. I mean, you don't have to. It's if you can crew it right away. You don't. There's no rush if you don't have any. Maybe you can't activate it right away. Maybe you just have a 2/2. Then it's still okay. You still attack for 5. But yeah, I mean, 6/5 haste sounds pretty strong to me.
Yeah.
Okay, but I am going to give down to 6 though.
I think it's like just a bit awkward enough with like needing too many things in play, but yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Ooh, this one I like much more than you. 6 mana, 4 for flying haste. Deals a lot of damage. Kills things maybe. Picks
If you
things off.
saddle it, you shock. Yeah,
Don't
I
you
don't
want
like
to
it.
kill all of their pilots?
I can't imagine like to pay 6 mana and then saddle it, and you have to kill a pilot. I don't. No.
Okay, I'm down to 5.
6 mana.
6 is a lot of mana, you're right.
Push the limit.
Want to not read this and give the 1?
No, I have to read this one. I have to
Okay.
read all of them. I remember this card though. Um, why is this? Why is this a 1? I mean, yeah, it's way too expensive, but like it wins the game, so that's kind of good.
Does it win the game?
Oh wait, it only returns mount and vehicles.
It does not return creatures. This is not like a pseudo Rise of the Dark Realms or whatever.
It only returns mountain creatures.
Yeah.
Ugh. They could have made it do something more than this. They could have made it 6 mana. They could have just made it 6 mana. That would be okay, right?
Yeah. One joke with
No,
this is you cycle. Okay, I'm gonna give this a 2 actually. Because there are the cyclers. Maybe this is actually good with the cycling vehicles. No, it's 7 mana. I'll give it 1.
just like one cycle of those. Yeah.
I forgot that this costs 7 mana.
Yeah, I don't know. This is definitely better than the other ones we had. It like could win the game if you cast it, but it's still unplayable.
And when you say better ones, you mean the literal things we gave 1. But
Yes.
okay.
Yeah, the things we have given 1 so far.
Great. Our red average comes out to you have red just above white, and I have red just below white. That's lower than I thought I would have red for, but interesting.
So we agree that blue is the best color so far.
That's true.
Yeah. Do enjoy it when blue is good. And the better blue is, the better 5 mana draw 2, 3/2 vehicle is going to be.
Anyways, green, final color, home stretch. We're seeing the finish line soon.
I agree. This one is really good. You give it a 5? Oh, that's brutal. It's so much better than a 5.
Oh yeah. I'm giving this a 6 at least.
Wait, how did we? Somehow we both independently rated it a 5 and independently realized that no, it's definitely a 6. Come on.
Yeah, no. I just got higher on it as I was like through this whole process. I kept thinking
probably
about
the same
this
thing.
card.
Probably the same thing. Yeah.
Actually, I'm giving this a 7.
Oh.
Okay, remember we were talking about those exhaust cards that are good to play, like good to just like play and use the exhaust ability all in one. This is like a 5 mana for a 3/3 and a 2/2, right? Which is obviously like a bit below range.
Okay.
But you get to like hold up
but it's not
you do get to hold up to 4 mana, and you also get to like, play it on 1 and then activate it on 4, right?
That's the main thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Like the 1 mana is almost free to sneak in somewhere.
Yeah.
And then it's 4 mana.
And all the exhaust synergies, etc., etc., etc.
Yeah. I still thought it 6 personally.
Okay.
But it's inevitable that you're going to be higher than the green cards than me. So
next one you gave slightly higher than me. I just think you can't spend mana on this because you're too busy exhausting. You're too exhausted.
Yes. Weird does not exhaust. They should just make this like a 4 mana exhaust ability or something. Instead of a 5 mana. Like repeatable, like I'm gonna do this multiple times. Yeah, right. What did I call it? Did I give it a 4?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did. You're really harsh.
I don't think
it depends what the other twos are.
A 2 mana 2/2 is like a 2.
I agree.
This is not that harsh.
I mean, ability is drawing a card. It's pretty good.
Speaking of vanilla creatures being low.
Oh, I like this card.
You do?
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely giving this a 5.
Really?
I will put any number of 2-mana 3/2s in my deck. You can't stop me.
Okay,
I'm gonna
well,
play
I'll
them all.
stop. I won't, so I'll give it a 3.
Okay. I don't know. I think 3/2 is a pretty good stat line.
You think that card is better than this one? The 2-mana 2/1 Death Touch?
I also think this card is great because, like, so there's 2 green cards that synergize with no text. And to enable them, you have 5 uncommons, 1 each color, and this card. This is like your only common option.
I just don't think it matters that much to enable those cards. Like, there's only 2 of them.
I think they're both worth enabling.
Okay, we'll get to them. Anyways,
Yeah.
Venom Saklagak. You gave this one a 4, which is lower than the 3/2. You think the 2/1 Death Touch is worse than the 3/2?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, the Saddling might change that. Let's see. No, it didn't change it.
The saddle mostly makes it easier to
Attack.
speed, but I don't know. I like the 2-mana 2/1 better than a 2-mana 3. 2-mana 2/1 Death Touch better than a 2-mana 3/1 3/2.
Okay. Repower.
It's like big vehicles.
Wait, like
in the set.
we did a 3/1, or maybe we didn't agree. I thought that a 3/1 no text would be a high 3.
I think a 3/1 no text is like a middling 3.
Okay. Well, I think this toughness is pretty big upgrade. Much more than adding a power, for example, like the red card did.
Oh, I think adding a power is a bigger upgrade than adding a toughness.
A 4/1? 4/1 is so nothing.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm giving both of them 3s regardless. But anyways,
Yeah, okay.
let's move on. This one you have to grade.
Oh, this is like the sudden spinnerets, but it costs 2 mana for some reason. Like, sure, you get to keep it, but I'm off. I'm off it. It's 3.
I gave it a 5. I think that getting to keep it is nice.
Wait, you give it a 6.
What? Oh, I thought it. Okay. I meant to give it a 5.
It costs 2 mana. This is like, I'm not paying an extra mana just to keep it.
You untap the thing.
This card doesn't do anything.
Anyways.
It's not a creature. Yeah, I'm on. Terrible card. I'll play it on.
Okay, how do you like biting things?
I like biting things. You don't even have to crew your vehicle. Oh wait, you do.
You do have. You do have to.
Damn it! I'm lucky.
If it said if this targets a vehicle, it becomes a creature, then it deals its damage, it would be really good.
That does sound good. Okay, but even still, 1 mana instant when you target something like that. Yeah, that's pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
But maybe it's just 6 because there's a limit on these fight spells. You said 7 though.
I said 7. I think the 1 mana mode like really matters.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially since the Death Toucher is a mount. The common Death Toucher we just saw is a mount.
Yeah, you're gonna play it.
Okay, next one is the green engine exile from graveyard thing. Speed exile from graveyard. I mean,
wow, really no text. Huh?
Yeah, just the 3-mana 3/3.
Yeah, probably. Might be a 5 still.
I gave it a 6. I think it's just like solid stats.
Oh, I already gave it a 5. Yeah. I think I'm just lower on the. I mean, I like the grinding, but
actually, I'll be lower on it because I think that the green is less likely to speed.
True. All right, we've got the farmer, centric farmer.
Yep.
As far as I can tell, it's the same text.
Yes.
So I like that card. I think it's like a 7.
Yeah. Wait, maybe the farmer said May on the trigger or something? I don't know. Ooh, okay.
It says May as well.
So the next one, the next one is one that's near and dear to my heart.
Oh shoot! I lost my spot. What the heck?
How do you feel about Ancient Cornucopia?
Well, I can't see the card yet.
It's Veloheart Bike. You gave this a 5, and I gave it a 7. But how do you feel now? This is a manolith I can get behind.
It is definitely a manless. Wait, it is a good card. That's probably why I gave it a 5 though.
So it's some nice properties. You can cast this and then immediately tap it, like most manoliths. Even though it's a vehicle, it is not a creature yet. And then on later turns, you can like crew it and then tap it, and like trade
How
it
would
off.
you do that? Oh, to block? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
This.
but that's not a nice property. It's just like it
Wait,
being a
okay,
manless.
so this is a manolith that solves a lot of the issues of manoliths. It gains you
Yeah,
2
I
life to give
agree.
you a lot life buffer, and
I
it trades
agree.
off in like
Yeah,
when you
I'll
run out of
6.
stuff.
6 is fine.
I think I gave this a 7. This is like one of my favorite cards in the set.
Well, it would
But,
be.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Bestow greatness. Ugh, terrible. Get me out.
I gave it a 3 at least, but I don't know. I think it's only mediocre.
3 mana.
Well, yeah, but I think this will I think this certainly will do things when you cast it. It just like is mediocre in how it does things. You don't like cast it and lose the game. In fact, you might win the game sometimes when you cast it. It's just like
Like
limited.
Titan Strength or whatever. What was the card? I think Gross, the 2 mana version without trample. That card is like a 4 on a good day, right?
Wait, but this is not obviously worse.
You add a mana and add trample. You think that's potentially
Like
better?
trample's really nice.
Yeah, I agree. Being 2 instead of 3 mana is really nice.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's got to be worse than the overall than 2 mana plus 4.
Probably, but I don't know. I just think that this card can't be just bad.
Yeah. Just bad is a little confusing. It sounds. I didn't mean it to be like so absolute, like just bad.
It's
It doesn't
fine.
mean it can never be good. It's supposed to mean like
No, I understand. I understand.
yeah.
I don't think it fits your definition of two,
Okay, all right.
but we can
Thank you for
agree to
saying.
disagree.
Broken Wings,
I'm always way higher on green cards than you are, though. So
which is really not how it should be.
you are a fan of green,
I
yes.
yes.
Um,
Broken Wings, I normally hate, but this one is going to be good, right?
yeah, you could even main deck this.
You absolutely should main deck it, right? I'm going to say 5.
You probably should. I guess you probably should. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hazard of Dunes.
I love
Ooh,
4 mana
big guy.
forwards. We get the multi.
Yeah. And I'm going to activate that exhaust eventually. The game keeps going on. I'm going to activate it. I'm not going to, feel like I am doing great things, but it might win me the game. I mean, there's so much text. Like, normally your 4/4s don't have very many abilities, but. Oh, this is a classic trample reach combo, which is really.
If they attack with a
Yeah,
3/3 flyer into this and you block it, you should deal them 1 damage.
something like that. You should gain a life.
Oh yeah, that's a better one.
Jeez. Uh, I want to say 6. Seems kind of like those.
I'm only giving this a 5. I feel like I don't want multiple copies of this in my deck, but I don't know.
Why not? If you're better 4-drop, sure, but if I need, not like it's bad in multiples or something.
Yeah,
Wait,
it might be
this is
good
bad
enough. I
multiples,
just
but
am a bit
yeah.
skeptical of it, I guess.
All right, 5 mana, 4/4 vigilance. I don't like this one as much.
Yeah, it's not great.
I might just say 3.
Oh, I said 4.
Something's got to be mediocre.
I like that
Yeah.
it like attacks for 6 with vigilance, kind of.
5 mana.
Yeah.
You hate the 5 mana 5/5. This is like averaging out to that. If you're lucky. I don't know.
Yeah, like I would give a five vanilla 5 mana 5/5 like a high 3, and I think this is better. I would give
Yeah,
a
me
5 mana
too.
5/5 vigilance a 4. I think.
Oh, for sure. I think it's worse than a 5/5.
I think it's
The
like
stats.
yeah. Eh. Yeah,
It's
it's
not
close
clear.
between 4 and 3. But
It's a lot
anyways,
worse on blocks than a 5/5 with
yeah,
influence.
that's true. Anyways, Honey Mammoth, we are so back. It's
Very
Honey
back.
Mammoth with reach and cyclic.
Very, very back. We can reanimate it. Oh boy. So back.
Back and better than ever.
Can I call it a 7? You
That's
did
what I
it, so I
did.
can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Deathrite
Oh,
Shaman. Uh,
I forgot you put the. Yeah, I wanted to mix the uncommons and commons together,
oh, okay.
but it's fine.
I think it's good to get a view of the commons before you go looking at the uncommons, but I don't know. Anyways, how do you like Deathrite Shaman? Uh,
Might be kind of good.
I gave it a 6. You gave it a 5. I like that. Like I like that. Okay, you probably can't. You probably won't be tapping it for mana on turn 2. Uh,
Correct?
but like you might tap it for mana like many times after that. Like not just
Yeah.
every other turn because like things will naturally like trade off, right?
Right. Yeah, you just need one card in the graveyard per turn. That's probably uh, the average, maybe slightly above average. But like you play one card that mills, and boom, you're set for life.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, you have to like be willing to exile everything. You can also cycle.
I don't think there are
Yeah,
that many graveyard synergy things that we've seen.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so then it's a Birds of Paradise. Is that good?
I think so.
After turn, I
Like
think so. Yeah,
Llanowar Elves is I mean obviously it doesn't tap for mana on turn
yeah.
3,
It's not the same. Probably
but
worse than
like the
Elves.
fixing is actually
The fixing,
really
yeah,
big.
yeah, it is, and it's reliable too. It's not like I thought of that card in Phyrexia All Way One, the 1/2 that you actually had to alternate on.
Yeah,
This is better than that, I think.
it's definitely better than that. So
That
yeah,
was really
I gave it a
bad.
6. I don't know.
Yeah, you just value the fixing infinitely, and I don't.
Yeah.
I value it highly. Okay,
Okay,
point
well,
away.
so this one is a spicy take of mine. I originally had it at 6. I just moved it down to 5. But hear me out. Turn 1 you play this, it's free, right? Like you know, you never do
Okay,
anything on
you
turn 1.
told it's free. You're right. I don't. You're right.
You
Go
never
ahead.
draw 1 drops for turn 1, but you always draw your like non-creature 1 drops for turn 1.
I also sometimes draw my like tap land though, so
Yeah,
sorry
yeah.
about that.
Anyways, so you play this on turn 1. It's just chilling there. And then like, you know, turns 2 and 3 you can probably get like 1 speed in that time. And
No
then on turn
way.
4,
No way. First of all, you can't on turn 2. Like you like
sorry.
are banking on
Turn
turn 3.
what I mean is turns 3 and 4, right? Because like
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
between turns 3 and 4 you can
Your
get a
attacks
speed.
on turn 3 and 4 you can probably get one
Yeah.
if you're lucky, but you might be lucky. Yeah.
And then on turn 4, instant speed explosive vegetation is a lot better than sorcery speed explosive vegetation.
Come on. They know you're doing it. They're
Well,
like, oh
that's
yeah,
not the
you know,
point is not whether or not you're doing like whether or not they know you're doing it. Like
I'm not gonna
you're
play
not trying
around
to
whatever
get
else.
them. You're trying to like be able to like if you have something else in your hand to do, you can, you know, choose between like interacting and sacrificing this.
Right, but you're gonna choose to sacrifice it, and if you don't, it's like kind of too late to sacrifice it, and you're gonna be sad that the card's not
Yeah.
gonna be there very good.
This is an extremely optimistic 5. I think that there's a chance that this card is of 2, or like, but I want to try this card.
Okay,
I want to believe.
well, how interested are you in the part where you like get 4 lands off of it?
I'm not that interested. I like. I think 3 land is a nice like.
I
Well,
wonder. There are actually a few cards in the set that get multiple lands, I wonder if you could kind of like build an oops all 7 drops kind of deck.
I
Or
would
like
not build oops all 7 drops. I would build oops all exhaust abilities.
yeah,
But
that too. Right. But like something that like where you can actually spend 9 mana a turn.
yeah, the real
That
nice
might be possible.
the real nice one is to go turn 1, play the 1/1 in green. Turn 2, play Point the Way, attack with your 1/1. You're now speed 2. Um,
Yeah.
and, and then like turn 3, like somehow like get another
And then you
speed,
discard a card.
so you're 3. Um, and then on turn 4 you
Oh.
can like
Oh, you still wait till 4. Okay.
yeah.
I thought you were gonna like try and sacrifice this on turn 3 was the tapper.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Oh, I mean, okay. I guess yeah. You could go turn 1, 1 drop. Turn 2,
I didn't mean to encourage you.
0/4. Turn 3, like play this attack with your 1 drop. Sack it. Get 2 lands.
All right. Chat is correct. This is bad.
Like I said, I admit it is a very optimistic 5, but
You've talked me down to a 2.
great.
Plow through.
Okay, what I'll say is that there's no use in declaring that a card is bad. Declaring a
I
card is
agree.
bad is uninteresting and doesn't help anyone. Um,
Well, it does help some people, but I generally agree that you should think of cards as like how they can be good.
yeah.
That's the only thing that can help yourself. But yeah, it's bad. Plow through.
Um,
Nice. This
yeah,
is
I
like the
mean,
white one, but really cheap.
yeah.
This is really good. That's 7.
Yep. 1 mana kill a vehicle. Very nice. Uh, more 1 mana spells. A bunch of 1 mana uncommons.
Yeah, this is a tricky one. Like, neither mode is great, but the first mode gets the cards worth of value plenty of the time. Just like is the second one enough of a buyout, really ever?
Yeah. I gave it a 7, you gave it a 6. I guess I should be giving this a 6. It's a bit too narrow. Be a 7. Next one, I gave a 6, you gave a 5. I gave this a 6, comparing it to Soroform Hybrid, by the way.
Okay.
And like thinking about that. I feel like it's like kind of nice.
Means you're gonna lose the trample a lot, probably.
Threat of activation also.
On the counters, you mean, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wait, is Soroform Hybrid supposed to be good?
Yeah, Soroform Hybrid was good in this time.
Damn. Okay, it would not be good now. No way.
I agree it would not be good now, but this is a full 2 mana less. It's 1 player in toughness less, but like a full 2 mana.
Yeah. Well, the trample and also is I think a big part of the card. All right, what did I give it?
You gave it a 5.
Oh, that's as high as I can go. I was worried I gave it a 3 or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dredger's Insight, you gave a 5, I gave a 4. I just think that like you don't want to play a kind of cantrip like this.
Wait, you don't want to play a cantrip like this?
No, I don't.
Okay, you sure this isn't like your favorite card, Malevolent Rumble?
No, because Malevolent Rumble costs 1 mana. This one
Well,
costs 2 mana.
and no one ever told you that life is mana?
It is not.
Oh, okay, good point.
Also, Malevolent Rumble let you cast a Writhing Chrysalis on turn 3.
What? That card doesn't exist. It's okay.
Or you
Anyway,
know what I mean, but
yeah. No, obviously it's much worse than Rumble, but I think it could be okay because you gain a lot of life.
You've talked me down to a 3.
Down? I mean, you have to be using your yard a fair bit. That's true.
There's like very few things that use your yard. Like this is a combo with the car with the 1 drop. It's a nice combo with the 1 drop.
Oh, yeah. All right, man. I'm down to 4. That's fine.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely not a 5. I don't know what I was thinking. All right, Elvish Refueler. Oh yeah, you're gonna love this.
Yeah, yeah. I gave
I don't
this
like
one
it
a
though.
6. You only gave it a 3, but I gave it a 6.
Yeah, I don't have time to. I'm already exhausted after one. I don't even want to try and break the rules.
Okay, fine. I'll give it a 5. Um, there's some really nice exhaust abilities to activate though, over and over again.
Maybe like
Think of the one
if
drop. You could just pay 4 mana for like a 3/3 and a +1/+1 counter every
you
turn.
gotta go fast, Jason. You gotta
Okay,
like
let's
you got the
okay.
other card of the cast.
If we gotta go fast, then we should move on from this. It's fine. This is a
Wait,
5.
we have 20 full minutes, right? Or do you have to
Yeah.
leave?
I mean,
You have to
like,
leave before. You're saying?
this is a speed run. We're trying to go as fast as possible. Rise from the
Okay, we want to finish early. Okay.
uh, no, we don't have a time limit. You see, we're running for the love of the game.
Oh, but we're already locked to beat the world record, and so we should be careful to leave ourselves some buffers so we can beat it again later.
I would not say we're locked to beat the world record. Oh well, okay, maybe we are. I don't know if anyone's ever done a set review of limited
In under 5
uncommons
hours.
this fast. Anyways, uh, so this is a weird soul salvage. Except it's like pretty. It's mostly a soul
All right.
salvage. It's kind of hard to get 3, very hard to get 4.
Very hard to get 4. That's true, but I want to get 3.
I think it's gonna be hard
That's
to get
one of the
3.
things that's talking about. It is gonna be hard. Yeah, you have to be milling a fair bit, but
We
I
both
don't
gave
know.
this a 4, so I think we both recognize how hard this is.
Okay, I probably have been thinking about increasing it later, but just I don't know. I think you're in general higher on this type of card than me. That's probably, but I'm higher on this particular instance than you. That's why we.
The problem is I'm too exhausted for this card.
Yeah, I know. Flash. Okay, this is like the black versions that kill a thing that has already been dealt damage, but probably better than that.
Wait,
by
no,
a
this is a
lot.
lot better than that. This
That's what I just
is a
said.
combat trick, right? Have you ever played?
I just said that.
Okay. Did you
I said it's
play
better
any
by a lot.
Pioneer Masters?
No, why would I play Pioneer Masters?
Okay.
Why would anyone play Pioneer Masters?
Okay. Well, there was a card called Boon. There's a card called Boon Satyr, which is a bestow creature with flash. It's kind of like that.
Okay.
You like give a thing. You like combat check and like leave a body behind. It's pretty nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It sounds good.
Okay, what are you giving it then?
6. Okay,
I
you
give
gave it an 8, damn it.
I don't know.
Different levels of good. All right.
Okay,
You can pretty easily get a
average
2-for-1 from
out at-
this.
I'll just average this out at 7. Okay.
Yeah, I'm actually happy with that too.
The problem, Lyserg, is that I didn't play Theros. Yeah, I guess...
all of them. Yeah, first of all, Pioneer Masters. Every card in there is from something else.
Yeah.
So.
Anyway, I went down from 8 to 7 because I thought of it like, oh, if your opponent doesn't block, I guess it's like a bit awkward. But yeah. Your favorite card in that
Yeah.
game. And you
right.
still
This
only
one
gave it a 5?
library. I told you I was planning to come back and raise these cards. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah. So you only need 1 because it can search your graveyard.
Yes.
But you could get 2. Unfortunately, the cards are a little bit weak.
Yeah, after
but
looking
the
at the
green one
cards
seems
again,
okay. You can curve it into the green one. That's pretty good.
I'm gonna give this a 6 because I looked at the vanilla creatures and decided they weren't good enough.
Oh, well, I like those 2 minutes free 2, and you don't. So that's a big difference.
Yeah, I mean, like
I don't know. It honestly might be a 6. Yeah, because you have to build around it. It knocks it down.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, as much as it pains me to give a slime a 2, this card is not it.
Yeah, I have to consider it.
Oh, wait, sorry. This is when it enters. Okay, never mind. I read this as when it attacks. I need to regrade this.
Yeah, what?
um, I think this is a 3.
Okay, I looks like I said 4 at the time. Uh,
It's like 2 cards is like not even a creature on expectation. So like on turn 4, it's really hard for this to be like bigger than a 4/4.
wait. Okay, it's not quite. Yes, I agree with that.
Like usually a third
However,
of your
a
deck is
4/4 on turn
creatures.
4 is passable, and
But
later it could pretty easily be a 5 or 6.
yeah, but the problem is that when this is a 3, it's really bad.
Well, when is that going to happen, right? Like
It's just
only
gonna
in,
happen. You just like didn't trade off creatures successfully, or you didn't draw that many
by
creatures.
turn 4. Yeah, that's true. But hopefully it is something else. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I probably don't want to play this by default unless I'm like milling.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that makes it a 3.
This is a much better just block of stats.
Wait, I can't give it a 4. Crazy. Yeah. No, I don't know why I said that. I'm thinking it was 5 though. But yeah, I mean the issue with the card is it's triple green, so it
Yes.
like costs 6 mana or something. But like maybe you've got some fix in,
Yeah. Now
and so
this
it's
is a
not that hard
slime
to
I can get
cast.
behind. I can get behind this slime.
Oh, some ooze? Oh my god.
Yeah, it's so good. That earns it at least one more grade. I'm putting it
It
to
has
it.
consumed entire ecosystems. Interesting. Very unique card. And yeah, it doesn't die to the red card.
Yeah. Anyways, Earth
Wait, is
Rumbler.
there do we
Hmm?
the white remove oh there it does die to the 2 mana white removal card recycling. That's not good.
Sure.
Oh, that was an uncommon though? Okay, we're
Yes.
safe. However, it does die to the kill a tap thing for 2 mana thing.
Yes.
Anyway.
Anyways, next
There's
up.
no O-ring in the set, is what I was thinking. There's no like
Not at. Well, there's the O-ring vehicle at uncommon for 6 mana, but
yeah. It's interesting there's no like
yeah.
anyway.
Next one, Vigilant 7/6 vehicle. I like that it's very easy to crew this.
Yeah. Make your ooze smaller, but it's okay.
Yeah.
Right, and you can even crew it twice in one turn cycle to like
Yeah.
block it. It's a big guy.
It's big.
It's a rumbler.
It also like
I,
threat of activation. You don't even need to exile the creature cards from your graveyard most of the time for blocks.
true. I still only gave it a 6 though. You
I
really
think
like
this
the
is
big one.
just good. I gave it a 7. It might be an 8. I don't know. It's big.
Yes,
It's really
so,
big.
but there's so many ways to just kill a vehicle.
Yeah, that's why I didn't give it more than the 7. But
Yeah.
like it could be. That's what I'm saying.
Wait, you gave the Autarch Mammoth a 3? You didn't read the card. You got to read the card again.
Oh, when it enters. I was speedrunning. Sometimes you make mistakes while speedrunning. When it enters, whenever an attack while saddled, creating 3/3. Okay, yeah, okay. This is like a 7. I can't let you have a higher
Yeah,
grade than
and
this.
actually, I will also say 7 now that we have increased our priority on double bodies.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Okay, so our green average, yours was exactly the same as white at 4.9. Mine was a little bit above red at 5.23. We both agree that blue is the best color. And then after that, you like red, but I like green. And then after that, sorry, you like red, but I like white. And then
Yeah, let's rescale it based to adjust for our like my average is lower than your average, so adjust for that real quick.
Sure.
So formulas.
Numbers are fake anyways.
No, these are real numbers.
No, they're really not.
True. Uh, four.
These numbers are too complex.
True, actually. All right. So normalized. I have blue even higher than you. I have. Um, I mean, my white and green are tied.
Mhm. You have blue higher than me. Blue
I
higher than
agree.
me.
Black is worst.
Red higher than me.
Yeah.
Black higher than me, and then like white and green lower than me.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, we basically agree as always in the end. And I think after discussing every card, didn't get further away from each other probably. And we didn't have that many. We had probably fewer initial disagreements than expected.
Mhm. Yeah. I think that I'm worried about how bad black is, but
I'm
I've been
not.
surprised before on that.
Wait. Okay. I mean, it's in your ratings, it's a lot lower, but
Yeah.
not even unheard of amount lower. And like,
Yeah. I'm still worried, but we'll
it's
see.
got playable cards.
I thought black was really bad in Duskhorn too, and then it was like okay. Um,
I
but
also don't really care if black is weak or something. Like, why is that? Why is it? It's not going to hurt the format really. I don't know.
anyways, do you think we got world record?
Okay, I was joking about that, but yeah. Uh, I think we could beat this time. We really did not take the speed running as seriously as we could.
Well, yeah, I think a lot of it was your fault. You had to grade a lot of cards live.
That's true. And we took a break. We like made
Yeah,
jokes. It was terrible, but we
yeah.
still comfortably finished within the time limit.
We
We
could have
also
like
cheated by not reading the cards, though. I'm not
yeah.
sure that's allowed in
Um,
the rules.
I think you don't have to read the cards.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah.
it,
I, given that the set has been out for a full 6 hours, I'm sure everyone in the chat is very familiar with the text of all the cards.
and if they aren't, we have a very large card on the screen. You know.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I'm glad we got to avoid some time losses. And we finished before 9:30. I also learned that my commitment actually got moved to 10. So we gained an extra 30 minutes. but so yeah, thank you,
You made sure
Julian,
to
for
tell me that after we finished early.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you, Julian, for coming on. Anything you want to plug? Anything you want to say to the
Nah,
chat?
nah, nah. Absolutely not. Okay.
Okay.
But
In that case, thank you everyone for watching. Maybe we should just do more of this in the future instead of like our like longer set reviews. We just do this. Um,
yeah, I'd never want to read the cards again.
yeah, I mean, I agree with that. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, in terms of joint exploration stuff, we're not going to be. Me and Steve here won't be streaming tomorrow because I'll be busy drafting. Er, like faux drafting the set basically. Faux in some way. Uh, Prepping for the PT basically. We will be back on Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, I am probably not because that's right before Portland, and to which I am flying. Uh,
Oh,
so, but yeah, thank you all for watching. Guess I could find someone to raid. It's generally something that people do. Uh, if you like what we do here, though this is not what we typically do here, you can find VODs on YouTube, which I make sure to post. Uh, who is streaming? Is there anyone doing a set review? So I can send you to
doubt
more
it.
of the same. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, I know that. Ooh, I see someone doing a set review in Japanese. It looks like. Um, but I know that Ryan Condon is currently recording a set review at the very least,
Okay.
but not streaming it. It's going to be on her Patreon later. Um, I can also just like not read. I'm just lazy. Okay, let's not read. Thank you all for watching. Bye. Oh yeah, you can check our grades at that spreadsheet if you want. But bye.